popping? I'm late, but I'm here. I'm late, but I'm here. What's happening with y'all, man? I apologize for being late, man. I had an interesting phone call. You know what I'm saying? Talking to some people, but I'm here. What is the deal? God damn! We finally hit him up. I about to curse that fast. We finally hit a shot. Then Isaiah Joe answered with a 3 on the opposite end. Few people, let a few of y'all come in and join, man. My bad. Again, I apologize for being late. It's hectic, man. This storm got everything crazy right now, bro. For real, for real. It's looking like it's shaping up to be another Jordan Poole DNP, which is very interesting to say the least. Whoa, what's happening with you, Mike? How you doing, fam? What's happening with you, man? I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling here, man. Hoping they can make this a competitive one. They went ice cold, no pun intended, on offense. Whoa, what's happening with you, King Ramsey? What's good, fam? What's popping with y'all, man? D-Wade, what's happening? Lee, what's happening with you? What's happening with you? Oh, yeah, look, this is the elite offense that someone's speaking about recently. Yeah, look, we ain't making nothing. It's looking like the third quarter that we saw last night, where, like, we just couldn't get a bucket to fall at all. Brock, what's happening with you? Ironically, the offense is so stagnant right now, this would be a perfect game to throw Jordan Poole out there to see if he can give you a spark. Trey, what's happening with you, homie? What's happening with y'all, man? I hope y'all doing well. Yeah, Lee, I see that. It looked like they're missing everything. Whoa, B. Thomas, what's happening, fam? What's happening? Yo, what y'all think about what Scoop put out today? Scoop put out, people was kind of telling him he need to answer Mark Stein. So he put out a joint today saying how he was like, yeah, me and Mark Stein pretty much saying the same exact thing. We pretty much saying the same exact thing. The Pelicans had discussions in the past tense, and the hang-up was the pick, the draft pick. This, to me, seemingly, this is one of those games where the offense is so cold, and to me, Zion started off a little passive. The offense is so cold that you got to throw everything at the wall if you want to win this one. Bree, what's up with you, Bree? Say, will they post the advanced stats from this game? Only if they win. Only if they win. But even if they lose, it would be some goofy shit. Like, in the 3 minutes Jose and Herb shared the court together, they were a plus 97. They only lost this game by 45 points. That's incredible. Like, what? Is you smoking big rocks or little rocks? Whoa, Chris, what's happening with your homie? Shout out to Chris. Shout out to my dog Chris in the building. Yes, indeed. Shout out to my bro Chris, man. Make y'all check him out. Follow him on Impatient Bull on Twitter. Follow Chris at Impatient Bull on Twitter, man. Check my dog out. Eve! Eve! My boy Eve, man. Carlo was my son, not Eve, my other son. I always wanted an African-American son. Well, Eve not African-American. Eve's African. It's acceptable for this show. I always wanted a son like Eve. So now I got Carlo and Eve. The twins. The twins out there balling. Say dude's just missing everything and trade Herb. Oh, man. It's funny. And shout out to Ben. He said people was glazing Herb because they won, but the starting five has no offensive direction. It's pretty tough, especially when you can't set a good screen and free up any of your guys because you pretty much just got Chet waiting in the wings. The thing that's bogus to me is that was a bad foul by Fierce. I appreciate the hustle, though. But the thing that's bogus... Whoa, what's happening with you, Jay Burke? Salute to you, fam. The thing that's bogus to me is... again, the actions are kind of whack, and we really need Herb to have a big game tonight versus OKC, y'all, because I'm trying to get OKC to cough up them 2 first picks for Herb. So Herb tonight would be perfect. If you could just go out there and get us 18 points in the second half, it would be perfect. That was a nice pass right there by, nice idea by Misi. The execution wasn't great, but nice idea. Louisiana Gal, what's happening with your sis? How you doing? How you doing? Say Borrego ain't smart enough to do what it takes to win, B. Thomas. It's early. The thing that concerns me is that, yes, OKC is missing several people, but they're not going to keep missing these shots. As you can see, the Pelicans hit one. Isaiah Joe hit one. The Pelicans, got lucky on a Sadiq Bey foul from beyond the arc. I'm hoping that, in the second quarter, they've gotten all the jitters out. Because the Pelicans, they were leading by 4 or 5 for 3 minutes. And we just couldn't extend the lead. And truthfully, that's always the issue with this offense. Yeah, ice cold. 14 points in a quarter in an NBA game in the year of our Lord 2026, that's ridiculous. And both teams not playing good. That's the wild part. Both teams playing bad. Home say ugly ass game. Yeah, it's an ugly ass game for real, for real. It's ugly. Jagger say Herb terrible. Y'all thought Herb played bad to start? I thought he was okay to start, but I was making some barbecue chicken, so I was only half watching. Looney say 14 points in a quarter this high school. Yeah, it's probably one of them bad ass high schools too, where you send trouble youth. It's like this second chance high. This is bad. This is not looking. This is not shy at all. Bing say Poole getting another DNP. I hope not, because this offense is so bad. You couldn't really justify not playing them unless there was something bogus going on. Unless you thought he was getting traded or something. Bree say need trade to have a good game. I can imagine him on this OKC team. Well, I hope it is just your imagination, Bree. I ain't gonna lie, because I think if you ended up trading Trey to OKC, first I would need like 5 picks. Because my Cal got 5. If I'm trading a player like that to a good team, I'm going to need all y'all picks. I got to rob y'all blind. Because, for a lower level role player, no disrespect to her, but for a lower level role player, I'm more comfortable with just 2 picks. I think asking for 2 is a lot. I really would ask for 1 and be cool. But, if I'm trading them to this team, I need some money. I need some money. Jaden said it has been a defensive game tonight. Yeah, it's looking that way. Like the rim really playing defense. Herb, like he had a few good defensive possessions though. I ain't gonna lie. D-Way say Herb too much of a green light. Oh, that's what's happening tonight? That's what's happening? He going rogue again? Oh my God. That's not good. Yeah, they showing a couple of his defensive highlights. They ain't gonna never show the lowlights, of course, but like he had a couple, like they've been playing some solid defense. Cam, what up with you? Big shot right there by Jose. I hope the Knicks watching, because the Knicks only up 1 at half by the Kings. I hope they watching Jose hit that huge 3 at halftime. His shooting was terrible, was horrible to start. Oh damn, that about sums it up. Zion had 1 shot. Whoa, what's up? Was your 6 wall black? Louisiana Gal say it would be nice if they inserted Poole today. Jose minutes won't cut it. Yeah, you need more offense and more scoring, because you can't expect them to keep missing like this. It's unreasonable to anticipate that they just keep missing. Oh, that's a nice drive. That was a nice drive. Great finish right there by Eve Messi. That was a nice drive. That should have really been a foul on Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, but they're not gonna call that shit. I want them. I don't care who. Oh, that was a good help by Zion. Box out. Yo, I want them to attack his ass. And 1. Get in there, ho! Yeah, I want them to attack his ass. Trey Alexander said Eve gradually becoming a premier offensive rebounder. Yeah, his offensive rebounding rate is excellent. It's really been excellent going back to last year. That's why I'm like, man, Eve would not be my preference to trade, truthfully. Bing say those interviewers in the press conference don't be asking Borrego the right questions. Well, it's a political game, bro. Totally political. A lot of some of those people advocated for the firing of Willie Green. So if you advocated for the firing of Willie Green, you look like a fucking fool, alienating Borrego as well. Whoa, Philly, what's happening with you? Shout out to Philly. Brian, I see you in the building. What up to Brian? Bree say OKC always plays down to their competition. Then they get caught up and lose. Yeah. And look, they coming off of 2 losses in a row, if I'm not mistaken. They lost a real close game to the Raptors. And they might have lost right before that. So they're going to have it on their mind. Good rebound. But see, this is where you have to extend the lead. Don't let these dudes off the hook. Attack him. Fuck. Oh, damn it. I ain't see that. Whoa, Jeffrey, what's good? What's good with you, Jeffrey? Yeah, but see, that's why if you the Pelicans right there, if you Zion, that was a good defense by Lou Dort. But if you Zion, you got to keep going at him. That was one. Look, and he answered on the second end. So that was a 5-point swing by Lou Dort alone. You got to keep going at him. Don't let him off the hook, man. Don't let none of these dudes off the hook. Go at Shea. Go at Lou. Get to that line. Oh, Peavy. Get it back to Peavy so you can get to Zion. Oh, Peavy. Zion had Shea on him in the post. Oh, my God. Peavy. That was a bad read, bro. He had Shea on him in the post. Go back up. Good shit, Eve. Let's go, Eve. I'm telling y'all, boy, behind the scenes, E feel played. E feel played. E feel like he the best center on this team. And he ain't wrong. I ain't gonna lie to you. Hoffa, what's happening with your dog? What's happening with your Hoffa? Shout out to you, fam. Say we getting a little better. I hope so, bro. I hope things start trending in the right direction. Everybody, do me a favor. Hit the like button real quick. While we got Eve at the free throw line, take a little second. Hit that like button for me. I apologize again for being late. It don't look like I missed too much. But I was making some barbecue chicken and macaroni. And corn, barbecue chicken, macaroni. I got the corn. I like, and y'all don't hear about all that. But I was cooking. Man. It look like we about to get hit with a blizzard this weekend. That's what they saying, potentially. The whole East Coast about to get hit with a blizzard, potentially, this weekend. Boy, if they don't go get all the way the fuck out of my face, I'm about to move to Cancun. Oh, that was a nice-ass shot by Shea. You can't really defend that much better than that, but that was a nice shot by Shea. Again, shout out to everybody in the building. Trey said at least put Poole and Hawk in to get shooting. I wouldn't be mad at it if the offense just stayed as stagnant as it is. Great attack, Eve! Great attack! Nola Ant, what's happening with your homie? Slim South, what's popping with you? Say what's at the chat. Yeah, Meesy bringing that energy, man. Meesy bringing that energy. Oh, my God. Was that Kenny Hustle? Yeah, look, if Kenny Hustle going to be hitting pull-up jumpers, it's just one of them nights. Jose, oh, my God. Oh, my God, Jose. That was terrible, Jose. That was terrible, Jose. That was terrible, Jose. That was bad. That was really bad. Good defense, Eve. Great defense, Eve. I said we just missing in Lafayette. The Storm was busting in Shreveport. Oh, yeah, because Dallas got hit bad. So I'm not surprised Nolan, Louisiana got hit bad. I'm not surprised at all because Dallas got hit real bad. One of my Instagram crushes, she out there in Dallas. That was a dumb foul by Zion. I think that's his second foul, Trey. Cause looking at the box score, it's saying 2. Cause I think they called that first foul on Herb. So but even if that is his second foul, that was a dumb foul by Zion. I thought that was a bit of a lazy foul, if you ask me. I think that was a bit of a lazy foul. I didn't like that foul by Zion. That's like a lazy foul or a frustration foul, but you don't pick that up. You don't pick that up. Jeffrey said DFW. Dallas forward got hit so bad, schools are closed tomorrow because of the roads and streets not being safe. I can believe it, dog, because it's bad out here. It is very, very bad out here. So I can imagine how bad it is out there. I can imagine how bad it is in Texas. Because, that shot was halfway down by Fierce, too. That was a nice drive by Fierce. Halfway down, but, what do you do? Oh, boy, I don't know. Has Fierce made anything? Nope. But see, my thing is this. I don't know if I would challenge that this early, but he definitely traveled, looked like. I don't know if I would challenge that this early, but again, you got to be liberal with that challenge flag if you Borrego, because you didn't challenge anything last game. You didn't pick up a technical last game. Derek Queen picked up a tech, and Trey Murphy picked up a tech, if I'm not mistaken. But if you coach, you gotta be a little more liberal with that challenge flag than you have been. Jay Burke say school still closed and DFW gonna be low 30s again this weekend. Boy, I wish it was low 30s. Here, Jay Burke. It's gonna be like 8 degrees tonight. But damn, but see, that's the thing. Texas, they just not, they not conditioned to deal with those type of elements. So that's very dangerous out there. You talk about that ice on the road. Oh, Zion not playing well tonight. Zion not playing well tonight, in my opinion. Hoffa said, glad I live in Phoenix. You got people in North Louisiana having not had power since Sunday. That's the thing I was worried about the most, my power going out. Yeah, Jose wilding. Jose caught the ball, right, and felt like he had to. Jose caught the ball on that three-point attempt, and just since he caught it, he felt like he had to shoot it. Zion gave up dribble penetration, didn't really recover on the block. Jose comes down, turns it over. So that's damn near. And look, Isaiah Joe comes down the other end, hits the 3. That's why when people say dumb shit like, and not to knock Jose, but people say dumb shit like, man, Jose and Herb, they're the heart and soul of this team. I'm like, well, this team is sick. This team is sick because this ain't the heart and soul you want. You want a heart and soul with some talent. Or if you got a bunch of talent, you can afford to have mediocre heart and soul. But right now, Zion is too passive. Defensively, he's not as sound as he was last game. He's only taking 2 shots. Fears kind of blew a couple of layups. If you want to be generous, you can call it a Kobe assist. But the second one was halfway down. Sadiq Bey 0 for 5. Trey Murphy 0 for 6. These dudes playing terrible, y'all. Damn! Herb took 5 shots. Y'all ain't tell me this. Ain't no way this is real. What up, Jess? How you doing? Man, y'all ain't tell me Herb took 4 fucking threes already. Herb 0 for 4? Well, he's 0 for 5. 0 for 4 from behind the arc. Nobody told me this. Man, come on, bro. No in fucking D. I'm just checking the box score. I told you I ain't see a lot of this shit. Oh my God, Herb. Boy, this is pathetic. You gotta put Jordan Poole in the game. Maybe Kevon Looney as well. This so you can have some screens and free up some of these guys. This is not good. This is not good at all. This is terrible. This is terrible. And again, every time you need a big game from Herb to increase his trade value, this man come out there and shit the bed, bro. This man come out there and shit the bed, son. Every time. Jesus Christ. Kuyan, what's happening, fam? He say people can't shoot threes. We 15% from 3 every game. Yeah. Last game they was okay, but your point still stands. Holmes say he had like 3 straight missed. And look, you know what, Holmes? That was one of the reasons. That was my main reason for advocating for trading Herb this season. This past off season, because when I watched him in the playoffs, I'm like, a good defense is never going to guard Herb from beyond the arc. Good defense is never going to guard him. Like, he's wide open for a reason. So you're pretty much playing 4-on-5 on offense. And if you got PV out there with him, you're playing like 3-on-5. So it's tough to overcome some of this shooting, man. I hope all y'all doing all right, man. Bing say Poole getting disrespected. Yeah, it's bogus. Bruce say Chaz, we getting good shots, just missing. Jeffrey say this is a winnable game, but how bad do the Pelicans want it? Trey say start Eve. Yeah, I would have been started Eve as well. That's what I've been advocating for, bro, truthfully. I really have been advocating for that, truthfully. Say they sagged off Herb bad the first 5 minutes. It was embarrassing. Yeah, Bree, like, OKC, when the Pelicans played OKC in that series, that's when I kind of knew. Like, I was like, all right, this probably ain't going to never work. Like, because no one's ever going to guard Herb. No one's ever going to guard him. You know, I don't know if that's going to be talked about or if it gets talked about enough, but it's the truth. Get in! Oh! That should be 2 fouls on Shea at least. We need you to split at least, Eve. D-Way say, I don't understand why they don't try to get Zion the ball in a move like last game. Well, you playing against a better defense. But again, this coaching staff does not preach any consistency. Like from game to, I say this before, like from game to game, I don't know what the offense is going to look like. And that's one of my frustrations with this coaching staff. Say OKC bottom of the league when it comes to scoring, but Chaz play top of the league when it comes to hustle stats. Yep, 50-50 balls, probably offensive rebounds. That's what it's all about. Man, did y'all see how Kenny Hustle knocked Carlo off his spot that easy? Can't happen. So Eve gets a donut at the free throw line. Bree said, let that be Poole. That's 0 for 4 from 3. Yeah. Because I'm not a person who buys the whole, well, he makes this much money, so he can't be 0 for 4 from 3. I'm like, well, no, a motherfucker who can't shoot shouldn't be 0 for 4 from 3. I don't care how much money you make at a certain point. Like, if you can't shoot, just stop shooting that shit. Say, will we score 30 by halftime? Mike, if I had to bet, I would say, yeah, that's 3 fouls on Shea, if I'm not mistaken. That should be 3 fouls on Shea. If I had to bet, they might score 30. Don, you say Trey is so bad. Yeah, I mean, he started off 0 for 6. He's 0 for 6. He hasn't scored yet. I think everybody been bad to start, though. I think the best offensive player for the Pelicans to start this game has been Yves Messi. Yves, 100% from the field. You know what I'm saying? I think he's your highest leading scorer right now for the Pelicans, Yves Messi. Sadiq Bey, he coming back down to earth a little bit with oh my God, good help block right there, good recovery. You gotta go, you gotta go, you gotta go. Eve, see, that's not recognizing time and situation. Eve, you gotta recognize the situation right there. Eve gotta recognize the situation right there. He gotta recognize the clock right there. He got to. That's on Eve. That's on Eve not knowing what's happening. But they gotta tell him, shoot, 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 go, go, go. Gotta tell him. Trey played the entire first. Damn. Bree said, "Let me see a Sadiq Bey post up again." Yeah, you gotta know when it's time to tone the shit down a little bit. Like, I get you in the bonus, but you got them boys crashing from the weak side. They getting them blocks and them deflections, and it's just the Pelicans is really, really struggling to score. So we haven't made a field goal in so long. Yeah, the only points have come from free throws, if I'm not mistaken, right? I think the last bucket they scored, was it an Eve putback or was it the Jose 3 from the left corner? Either way, it's been a very long time. Don Guillory says Zion don't want to play tonight. He being extremely passive. He need to wake the fuck up. Gotta wake up, buddy. I know. Look, Wemby ain't out there tonight, but Chet out there. Go abuse Chet. Go abuse him. Attack him downhill. Lou Dort is a hell of a defender, though, to be fair. But still, Zion, like Lou Dort can't stop no Zion. So let's stop playing around here. See, he on the move. Sloppy with the basketball. That's his second turnover. Sloppy with the basketball. Terrible. Terrible. Pelicans don't want it tonight, son. Don't want it tonight. Zion has been awful so far, in my opinion. The only thing Zion been doing well tonight, in my opinion, is rebounding the basketball. He's been awful so far. The only player who's been good tonight to me has been Eve Measy. I don't think they want to call timeout because they only got 5 left. But I'm like, you gonna carry 5 into the second half? I mean, I guess. Yeah, Zion has not been good tonight at all, in my opinion, on either side of the ball. Either side. The only thing he's really been good at doing, good defense right there by Derek Queen. The only thing he's really been doing is what was that? Oh my God. Herb 0 for 6 from beyond the arc, y'all. Herb is open for a reason. Stop doing that. Put Jordan Poole in the game. Put Jordan Poole in the game. Herb is open for a reason. Jesus Christ. What are we doing? This is bogus, son. This man wide open for a reason. Dog, this man got to be shooting 18% from beyond the arc this season, bro. This is pathetic. This is pathetic, bro. Come on, son. This is pathetic. This is pathetic. Hold on. I like. This is pathetic. This is pathetic, bro. This is pathetic. Yeah, the whole team is bogus. Whole team is bogus. Yeah, and then you're right, Trey. He was already at the free throw line ready to shoot when they decided to give him that challenge. You say, just so we can say Queen hold the ball too long in transition. He made a weird pass. Like, the first pass was kind of strange. I think he passed it to Trey. Then Trey kicked it out to Herb. It was kind of bizarre to me. Bree said they had a nasty narrative about Poole after the last game, but this is the energy tonight. What they were saying, it was like the team is better without Poole not playing. But see, here's the thing. That is dumb because Poole played kind of well in Memphis and you won that game. You went, didn't they go like 7 minutes in a row from the end of the third to the beginning of the fourth without scoring the basket? Didn't we give up like a 20? It was like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know, bro. I don't know, son. I don't know, son. Let me see here. Bill say refs on OKC side. Oh, that's always Bill. You already know how that go. You already know. But shout out to y'all in the building, man. I see y'all starting to come in the building. I am Don Guillory say Queen only passed to Trey. Yeah, that is like his favorite target. I noticed he don't pass too much to nobody else. I am noticing that. Trey say new scoop B tweet Pelicans have big plans ahead of the deadline with or without Ja Morant. I can believe it. Bruce say you're right, Chaz. Herb is terrible, but if you put Jordan Poole in the game, we're gonna lose by 25. But see, here's the thing, Bruce. You play games with Herb. And you have lost by 25. So I don't really know if Herb that much of a difference maker. You know, I mean, versus Poole. I do think Herb's playing solid defense, but I just don't think he's playing like he ain't playing $20 million a year worth of defense. And that's really my judgment of him because Jordan Poole, next year, like his contract is pretty much an expiring deal. Good defense right there by Trey. His contract is pretty much an expiring deal. Jordan Poole's not going to be here long. You got Herb on the record for about another 4-5 years. That was a terrible shot by Derek Queen. That was a great rebound by Zion over 3 OKC players, but that was a terrible shot by Derek Queen. That was a great rebound. Not going to lie, 2 straight DMPs is nasty. Yeah, L Postradamus. That, like, to me, it's just, it's unreasonable. Oh, great defense by Sadiq. Run with him. Run with him. Good fucking finish right there, Trey. Boy, you had me worried right there, but great finish. Great finish. Louisiana guess their pal should just send the top 27 pick. Send the 27 top 10 protector for Ja. Yeah, because, you know what? I agree to great defense right there again, guys. Look at Sadiq Bey, Trey. Look at Sadiq. Never mind. All right, Trey. Whatever. At least you go to the free throw line. Yeah, this team definitely needs some talent. I think, and you especially need talent in that backcourt. Definitely need talent in that backcourt. If it all ain't gonna cost you a top 10 protected, and you still got potentially 2 picks in 27. Because if Giannis leaves in the Bucks, that pick you got with the Bucks is top 4 protected going to ATL. So if that pick lands within the top 4, the Pelicans keep their own pick and the Bucks pick. If it lands outside of the top 4, the Pelicans get the better of that pick, and ATL would get the worst of the swap. But if it's top 10 protected, you keep it. You know what I'm saying? I would say them bitches would take 4 seconds. If I could get a couple 3-4 seconds for Jose, I'll send them 3-4 seconds and see what that do. Bill said, I'm taking Herb over Poole. Poole doesn't play any D to take bad shots. I think Herb plays defense. I just don't think he plays game-changing defense. And since he can't shoot, it's like, since he can't shoot, a lot of his shots is bad shots. That's just my perspective. When you're talking, great dish right there. Great finish over Lou Dort. Now everybody waking the hell up, thankfully. It's a game of runs. You think the guys play harder when Herb is playing? That's a possibility. That's certainly a possibility. That says more about them, though, because I ain't going to lie. Oh, great pass. Oh, my God! Derek! Man, this dude! Bro! Great fucking hustle by Zion right there. Great hustle by Zion. Oh, my God. Derek. Bro, that's Derek's, 4th block in 2 games. Oh, my God. That's like his 4th block in 2 games. On a dunk. I don't even know who the fuck that was that blocked that dunk. Oh, my God. That was terrible. Jesus. Oh, my God. That trade ages worse every day. I ain't gonna lie. I am not gonna lie. That trade ages worse every day. Trey say, Bing said these are Poole's first DMPs in his career, by the way. He played on a championship team. Yep, that's true. Say this team isn't that talented to DMP Poole. Yeah, that's true as well, I believe. I think they probably looking at potentially showcasing, a guy like Jose, maybe Herb to a lesser degree. Eve is balling. So I don't know. They might have changed their mind about Eve if they can't get a pretty tremendous return. Yeah, I agree with Trey. Once Shea come back to the game, you got to attack Shea relentlessly. You got to free up Zion, let him go downhill, go on that Shea. You know Shea just gonna give up the points. Like Shea not gonna he's not going to have much resistance, I imagine. Now, what I don't want to happen is now that the Pelicans going on a run and the Pelicans kind of like in the bonus, I don't want them to just stop calling shit because that's usually what happens. That's usually what happens. But see, that was the fake Jalen Williams. That was Jay Will. Thank you, Jalen. Yeah, and that was the fake Jalen. That wasn't even the real Jalen Williams. That wasn't even J Dub. Not the big zesty J Dub that Schmidt do the show with. I'm talking about J Dub for OKC. But H Bizzle, what's happening, homie? Derek! Get Derek out the game! Get Derek out the game! Get him out the game, please! Please! Get this man out the game, bro! This man don't do nothing! This man don't do anything! I like how Herb attacked SGA right there. Man, Derek, I don't even think Derek knew the ball was in play to give up that offensive board. What is he doing? This man don't do anything, dog. Like, oh my God. Nice pass. Great defense by Herb. Nice pass right there. Nice cut by SGA, but great defense by Herb. Rags to Richardson, how many times we let people finish with 4 fouls? Well, how many times they let people 4-5 finish the game? You know what's crazy about that, Rags to Richards? Every time the Pelicans have fouled a guy out, Jaren Jackson Jr., Wemby, etc., dog, Derek, man, I'm telling y'all, bro. I think by Derek's third contract, Derek gonna be on the minimum contract. The way it's looking right now, by his third contract, Derek probably gonna be on the minimum. That's just how it's looking, dog. This man, I just don't see it, son. Go! Jesus Christ. Thank God he made that. Whoa, what up, D? He said DQ need a specialist to help him improve his athleticism, son. His athleticism is terrible. Yeah, he needs some pyro exercises. He needs that. He needs some motor, like drills. He really got to change a lot about his body composition because clearly he wants to play slow, right? Clearly he's a slower player. He wants to play slow. He got to gain a lot of strength because right now he can't really beat people in the post. He can't like beat up smaller defenders. But his motor and awareness is so bad, it's scary. It's like, no, dog, don't do that here. Please don't be that type of player. We can't afford that. No motherfucking Ola McCandy ass motherfucker. Please. That was, oh. He barely touched shape, man. That's bogus. But B-Time would say 12 win team benching champions. Yeah, it is crazy. The Pelicans got 3 NBA. No, I don't think. Yeah, they got 3 champions on the bench. You got DeAndre Jordan, Looney, and Jordan Poole is on the bench. Bruce say, Chaz, what you think? I don't want to get rid of Messi. I would prefer not to move Messi, Bruce. It would depend on what I'm getting in return. For Benedict Mathurin, while I like Benedict Mathurin a lot, because I'm going to tell you, the Pelicans ain't got 4. That looked like an offensive foul, to be honest. That was an offensive foul. The Pelicans ain't got 4 players that can average 17 points right now. Not like the Pelicans barely got 4 motherfuckers that can get you 17 in an empty gym. They damn sure ain't got 5 or 6. So I think you absolutely need scoring talent, especially 3-point shooting. But I like Yves Messi, man. Yves on a rookie scale contract. I'm just not looking forward to having to pay Benedict Mathurin. That's really my hang up. I'm like, oh, if I get him, I gotta pay him right away. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the tough part. And he missed a lot of games this year as well. But he's a monster on the boards. I think he averaged like 5 boards. Saul Stowe, what's happening? He said DQ going to get it together, rookie wall. 99 Dog, what's happening? He said, does DQ elevate his game or is this who he is? I think with DQ, his athleticism is so limited that he can refine his skills. Like right now, I don't think DQ got a crazy handle. I think his passing is okay. So I really don't know. I don't think he's like incredible at anything right now. And that's what I'm worried about. You know how some guys you can say, well, he can get to the rim. He just got to work on finishing. Or he can do everything. He just can't shoot. With DQ, I'm like, he don't really shoot well right now. The passing is okay. It's pretty cool. But the handle, he keep getting his pocket picked, bringing the ball up the court. And he don't really have a strong post game right now. So I'm kind of, just a little concerned about some of the areas that he can actually elevate and what his true upside is. Let me see what they say. Oh, that's bogus. That is bogus. That should have been an offensive foul on Shea, in my opinion. Dev, you say JRE is the world champion. Lazy lefty, what's up, gang? Whoa, what up with you? What up with you, Dev? Yeah, JRE, you know, JRE and Kenny Hustle, right? No, wait, no, JRE, did JRE win? No, JRE won with OKC last year, was he? No, JRE was with us, wasn't he? Last year? I didn't know JRE was the world champion. Yeah, that was a bogus ass call. Don said I like DQ, but he can't defend the 4 or 5. I think he can defend a slow 5. I think JRE is solid. I'm sorry. I think DQ is solid in the post. I think DQ is solid in the post. That ruling didn't make no sense whatsoever. That ruling made no sense whatsoever, bro. Whatsoever. Oh, yeah, Kenny Hustle. Yeah, you got your light-skinned people mixed up there. Kenny Hustle. Trey! That's the second technical foul Trey missed in 2 games. That's the second. At a certain point, you probably got to stop sending them. That's the second technical foul Trey missed in 2 games. That was to me, that was a clear offensive foul. I ain't gonna lie. That was a clear offensive foul. But yeah, B. Thomas, they're not gonna give Shea his foot. Not on that. To me, that was a clear offensive foul though. Bree said, yeah, Trey missed 2 techs. 2 techs dating back to last game. Now it's a 4-point game. It could have got it down to a 1 possession game. So you got to score here. You don't want to let go of the rope. Look. He got Zion, got Shea. Throw it up, Derek. Good shit. All right, let's get a stop. Let's not foul here. Look, they trying to hide Shea on Zion. You bet. Great fucking defense, Trey. Great defense, Trey. Slow it down, Herb. I don't like that by Sadiq. It went in. I was scared. I ain't like that shot by Sadiq. I was scared, but it went in. I was scared. I ain't gonna lie. I was scared. Holmes said, how does this make any sense? Defensive foul, but tech on the offensive player. Yeah, it's like, so you calling the foul, but then you're saying, what, he's flopping? Like, what exactly is the tech? Good defense right there, Zion. Great defense, Zion. That was a block. Slow it down. Oh, my God! Oh, my God, bro! Oh, my God! You didn't even pick up the fucking foul on him! Dog, Derek is one of the worst offensive players on this team. People not gonna say it because, you know, he makes some cool passes and shit every once in a while, and he had some cool games early in the season. Derek is one of the worst offensive players on this team. Derek has no offensive game. All that herky-jerky shit, all that herky-jerky shit, that you know, that rare turnaround fadeaway that falls every once in a while. Bro don't got no offensive game. I ain't gonna lie. Bro has no game. Like, offensively, he has no game. Like, just total Neanderthal basketball. No game. Like, it's crazy because with his game being so limited, one of the people he need to kind of mimic a little bit is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, because he going to have to get to the free throw line a lot if he wants to score consistently. He going to have to get to the free throw line a lot if he wants to score consistently. Because right now, his game consists of, he got to dribble the ball about 12 times. You know, he could do that one leg fade away every once in a while. Like, he's good for like maybe one of those a game. But other than that, bro, like, you would really have to tell me how can I consistently get points from Derek with him being the guy, like the offensive player. Like, I kind of think he's like, I really kind of think he like Kyle Anderson, bro. Like, to me, that's been my comp this entire time. Bree said with his advanced analytics. Yeah, that's why I'm like, bro, I got eyes. I watch these games. I don't think motherfuckers even be watching these games. Whoa, what up with your audio facts? Calvin Dennis said, arguing with an IG commenter about this horrible team. They deserve no grace. Oh, nah, they don't deserve no grace. None whatsoever. But man, like I watched some film breakdowns and some highlights of Derek and some lowlights. Whoa, what up with your game? What up with your game? What's happening, homie? Say, Meech said y'all say Queen, but Trey needs to swing the ball as well. Well, you know, Meech, I mean, yeah, he could pass the ball more, but Ethan, what up with your fam? It was like, I kind of think Trey talented though. You know, he take bad shots here and there, but it's just tough when, like, if Trey do a pull-up three, I'd be like, damn, that's a dumb shot. But he'll make them every once in a while. With Derek, I'm like, bro, you just got the rim blocked. You got blocked by the rim going one-on-one with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. You got blocked by, on a dunk attempt by the fake J-Dub. You had a chase down block against Memphis. You had like 2 block dunks against Memphis. You got blocked against San Antonio on a dunk. Like, god damn. Like, boy, like, come on. And I'm not even trying to be mean about it, because I really like Dairy Queen, but no. No, indeed. I think not. What the fuck? Dave said Pelicans got a 6-year sentence, 3 years with 2-for-1s. Man, that's the thing too, boy. It's like you invested so much into getting them, you're not gonna move off of them unless something like shit. You can't do that. You couldn't do that, because then it would look like I ain't gonna look. If the right team came to me, and said, "Yo, I'm trying to think of a young, like if the Wizards came to me today and said, "Yo, we'll trade you Alex Sarr for Brock." I don't even think he's super Boris Diaw. He looking like just Boris Diaw. Like, I don't even think he's super Boris Diaw at this point. If the Wizards came to me right now and said, "We'll give you Alex Sarr today," Alex Sarr straight up today for Derek Queen, oh, I'm doing that. I'm doing that, and I'm running. I'm doing that, and I'm running like on the real. I ain't gonna lie to you, cause that last, like, it wasn't even just that last sequence. It was just like, it's just so many things happening that it's just like, nah, son. I already see where this is going. Already, let me get to some of y'all comments, man. B Thomas say slow mo, yeah. Holmes say he had 2 good games, and they were saying Trey Zion and build around DQ, like, be for real. Yeah, like, one of the craziest things I heard, well, I think somebody said, I don't even remember who it was. I don't know, I think I saw it on Twitter. They was like, oh my God, he's so much better than Zion. Like, I've seen more from him than I ever seen from Zion. I'm like, now you're just sucking dick. Because that's a little ridiculous. Like, you can like someone, but that's a little ridiculous. Say, Dave say, whose fault is it? Zion got 3 attempts. I think Zion was a little passive. It wasn't a ton of ball movement either. It was real stagnant. I thought Zion was a little passive to start. Didn't really start like attacking. Well, he would have 5 attempts. He got stripped twice going to the basket, so that's them 2 turnovers. So he should at minimum have 5 attempts. But I thought he was a little passive in that first quarter. Second quarter, he looked a lot better. But first quarter, I thought he was passive on both sides of the ball, to be honest. Lou Dort out here boxing. Yeah, Lou Dort is a real stocky motherfucker. That's why the Pelicans, they got to hit the weight room. For real. Let me see here. B. Thomas says, I ain't got 3 shots, no way, but he keep losing the ball. Yeah, his handle is terrible right now. He had a great play saving that ball. I think Derek got blocked. Zion saved the ball, got it to Herb for a floater. That was a great hustle play. So he looked like he was finding his rhythm, but man, the Pelicans should be up at least 3 points right now going into half, because you ended on a fucking 5-point swing in the wrong direction, truthfully. Yeah, the Wizards, I don't think the Wizards would do that, because Sarr looking pretty good. And ironically, Sarr is like the exact type of 3 you need. Say Sadiq have 9 boards. Yeah, Sadiq got that ball, and man, I hope he finished with like 15 of them bitches. Sadiq just got to pick his spots a little bit better. See, when Sadiq ice cold from beyond the arc, he relied too much on that, that under the rim game, and you can't really do that with OKC. OKC missing Hartenstein, but they still got Chet that can come help from the weak side. And, Luke Dort is pretty stocky as well. Jay Burke says Zion may have his third double-double. He been rebounding. Maybe. Hopefully he continue to play with that intensity. Right now, to me, that's been like the only positive that I've seen from him tonight has been the rebounding and the hustle in the second quarter. All game he been rebounding well, in my opinion. But in the second quarter, the hustle's like improved. So if all he needs is 4 more rebounds and 2 more points, he can get a double-double. Me said Herb 2 for 8. Yeah, I thought Herb 2 last buckets was good. He attacked Shea, got a nice layup out of that. Nice I think like floater. But yeah, 2 for 8, 2 for 8, 1 for 7. Trey, I don't think Trey has made a shot, has he? Trey made a layup, so Trey got to be like 1 for like 9 or some shit like that. But he got to look, and I just guessed it. Shout out to Meach. Trey 1 for 9, and he got a couple free throws. Thankfully, he got to make that. Can't miss that motherfucking technical free throw though. Because when you the Pelicans, the margin for error is so slim, it's ridiculous. Audio facts say Sadiq jump higher than Queen. You know what's funny? Watching Queen makes me think that Troy Weaver probably would have drafted Isaiah Stewart in the top 5. If he had an opportunity to do that, he probably would have drafted Isaiah Stewart in the top 5. Because he really likes these undersized, non-athletic bigs. And it's like, yeah, you do that in the top 5. You don't trade a potential top 5 pick to go draft that guy. And oh my God, it's terrible, bro. Jay Burke said, I'm not surprised on trade. Dort got him in jail like his mentor. Oh, wow. Audio facts say Eve went all rookie. But yeah, let's trade our draft pick for another center we don't need. Who? Oh, you talking about with Queen? Yeah, and it's like you playing him at the center, which really makes no sense. Yeah, Rags to Riches, he missed 2 technicals in a row at this point because he missed one versus San Antonio. Dav said Detroit we ever play in the league. I'm not sure. Let me see. I don't think he did. I know he spent some time in OKC. Like his drafting record, with the exception of Killian Hayes and what appears to be Derek Queen, is stellar. But that miss on Killian Hayes and whatever this is with Derek Queen, I'm going to say the decision. The decision with Derek Queen and that miss on Killian Hayes, boy, it really sticks out like a sore thumb. It is tough. Like, these was bad decisions. Bree said Troy Weaver probably wanted the Wizards to draft DQ at 6. I know the Wizards front office happy he going, but yeah, I mean, probably so. They're like, whoo, man. Because to me, the lows have been way lower than the highs, dog. Because in the NBA, like, anybody can have a scoring outburst. Like, you saw what fucking Huff did to the Pelicans. And I don't know, dog. I don't know. I don't know. Even if the guy that, that pick ends up ultimately being as a total, like, this mediocre player, I don't know, son. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't think you got no all-star on your hands in DQ. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think you got an all-star on your hands at all. Great housekeeping say, well, my bad. All Zion gonna do is demand the ball. He got to stop that passive shit. Yeah, Zion got to be more vocal. There was 2 players that really stand out to me. Zion had Shai Gilgeous-Alexander on him. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had 3 fouls. Queen kind of looked off Zion and shot the midi. Now, Queen made the shot, so, you got points out of it. But they had Micah Peavy on the left wing. Zion had Shai on him under the basket. Like, yo, give me the ball. Peavy probably didn't see Zion. I don't know if he didn't see him or what, but he didn't pass the ball. I think it ended up being a turnover. Say nobody, Zion actually letting Dort punk him. He opted to sit in the corner. Let me see. Hold on, my bad. Yeah, OKC defense is really good, but they also missing a lot of their lot of their guys. I think Caruso's out. I think Hartenstein's out. J-Dub is out. They have say sidebar. Dyson Daniels put up highlights. Oh, the Atlanta played already? Or you talking about last game? You talking about last game? Bing said no. That was Peavy. That was Peavy on the left corner, on the left wing. That was definitely Peavy. Bing. That was definitely Peavy. Hold on, let me see. I want to catch up to y'all joints. Catch up to y'all comments. Yo, take a second, hit that like button for me, man. I appreciate all y'all supporting the building. Hit the thumbs up, man. You know what I'm saying? It don't cost you nothing to press the button. I appreciate y'all support. 6-1 Black said, why Poole not playing? He hurt. I don't know. He could be on his way out of here, because for you to just give a 30-point guy, $30 million guy DNP coach's decisions, you must be close to something happening. In my opinion, you got to be close to something happening, or you think you close. Jaden said, Chaz, my man, Pelicans defense keeping them in this game right now. Struggle on offense right now, but Pelicans looking better defense. Chaz, you agree? Yeah, I think defensively they playing better. They had like a stretch where they turned them over probably 4 times in a row, something along those lines. They definitely should have entered this half with a lead. It was really unfortunate how that final 5-point swing, man. It was tough. Moneybag, what's happening with your homie? Moneybag, I knew you was coming through for this game. What's popping, fam? Get the lights up. I'm chilling, big dog. I hope everything going well with you, man. I'm chilling, big dog. Don Gilder said, here we go with the demand of the ball BS. Tell Trey stop shooting. I think two things can be true. I don't think Trey is the one that's like ball hogging here, because I think it's OKC plays is a really good defense, and they forcing your worst offensive player, arguably your worst offensive player, in Herb Jones to shoot threes. He's 0 for 5 from 3. So they getting what they look. I mean, they getting what they want. That's the scheme. Like, all right, look, we gonna defend 5-on-4. Just don't worry about Herb. And I think that's pretty much the offensive scheme. Jay Black said we need Ja Morant for this game. I mean, shit, Ja Morant would. He'll help you close and bring this bit home. But shit, they closed the last 2 games, so maybe luck be a lady tonight. We gonna see. Say the defense look better when Messi playing. Oh yeah, the defense is much better when Messi's playing. To me, I really want Eve to close every quarter, to be honest. Like, cause man, if we go back, oh my God, with DQ at the end of the Memphis game and DQ at the end of the San Antonio game, it's just you just can't do this, man. Like you gotta put Eve in the game in that spot. Like you just have to. Like it just is what it is, man. Christine, I'm sorry, is that Christian? My bad. Christian Mitchell say, Chaz, have you seen a call like that on Herb? Now I've never seen that before. That tech on SGA, because I'm like, what the hell is the call here? Like I've never seen that before ever. Dave say, bro, Zion studied some Anthony Mason. Both 8 left-handed handles. Mace had a midi. Yeah, but Mace, see, Zion don't got the temperament like an Anthony Mason though either. Anthony Mason, he'll punch a motherfucker in the jaw. Zion like kind of too cool for school sometimes, but when he get going, he a monster. But sometimes he a little too cool for school. But I agree with you, Dev. Audio facts say, Chaz, what the hell is DeJounte? I've heard conflicting things about DeJounte. DeJounte thinks he can play. I've heard DeJounte thinks he can play, and he just like, I'm not playing for the Pelicans. I've also heard DeJounte thinks he can play, and the Pelicans aren't playing him. So it's all about who you believe. Personally, I believe that he's not going to suit up for the Pelicans again. Or he don't want to suit up for the Pelicans again. Let me see. Say Sadiq ball hogging. Oh, Zion! You got to try to eat. Look, if you're going to shoot that floater, you got to shoot that shit off the glass. My bad. Say Trey and Z with their Kobe. Look at that. See, now that's Zion's fault right there. And in my opinion, that's Zion's fault for not going and get that rebound. Chad, you've been watching Fall. I haven't watched it yet. Oh my God, Herb. Every time Herb shoots that's a fucking turnover, bro. Herb 0 for 6 from Yana Ogg. Herb might end this game going 0 for 10 from Yana Ogg. Seriously. He might really end this game going 0 for 10 from Yana Ogg. That is outrageous. Oh my God! Oh my God! He shot it again! Oh my fucking Lord! This is unacceptable! No, dog, man, get the fuck out of here! Oh my God, bro! Herb, what are you doing? What is? Dog, then Herb let Chet. Dog, Chet had the ball right under the rim. Herb didn't try to ramp this motherfucker up or nothing. What are you doing? Derek did his job. Derek got the fucking stop. Oh my goodness. Oh my Lord, bro. That was a god awful Herb sequence, dog. That was a god awful fucking Herb sequence, bro. What are people talking about, bro? What are people talking about? Oh my goodness, dog. No, I haven't watched Fallout. My people told me about it, though. I plan on checking it out. Say the Knicks. Yeah, the Knicks need to give up that Wizards first round pick ASAP. Look, they're guarding Herb the same way they did in the playoffs, bro. They're guarding Herb the same way they did in the playoffs. Which is not at all. Not at all. We ain't tripping. Oh my God, bro. You got to keep attacking Shea, bro. You got to keep attacking Shea. Like, come on, bro. Oh, huge shot right there by Sadiq Bey. Huge shot. But look, do y'all see, like, when I was on the show and I was like kind of debating this with the guys, I'm like, bro, you can't have a player that no one is going to guard. See, he knocked Derek off his spot way too much. That was good for Derek not fouling. He got the rebound. Give the ball up, Derek. Oh, Lord. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. This dude is... Do y'all think Derek is a better offensive player than Herb Jones? Because I honestly don't think so. I honestly don't think so. I think Derek is an awful offensive player. That like Derek is a dangerously close to unplayable guy most nights. Like oh my God, Derek is bad, dog. Derek is very, very bad, son. Derek is very, very, very bad. Like, Derek ain't got no game. Like, I don't think I've ever seen this. Like, this man. This man is trash. This man is trash, bro. Derek probably the worst offensive player on the team, bro. This man's one of the worst offensive players on the team, dog. This man is bad, bro. This man is terrible, son. This man terrible, dog. This not a rookie wall, dog. Like, this not a rookie wall. This is just a lack of talent. He just not good. He just not good, bro. He just not good. He not good. If he's played, I don't even know what the record is at this point. But Derek's probably had 4 good games this season, total. Like, just total. He's probably had about 4 good games this season. He just might not be a good player right now. He just might not be a good player right now. And he not very good. He can't jump. He can't shoot. The dribble is okay. He ain't really got no supreme, like, Euro or footwork. He ain't got no post moves. He just ain't good. Like, he just ain't good. I don't think it's the worst trade in history just because of what happened with the Luka trade. But they better thank God that the Luka trade didn't happen. Because this is... Man, this is like Markelle Fultz, Jason Tatum. That's how I kind of like view this. That's how I kind of view this, as like Markelle Fultz and Jason Tatum. But he's bad. Skull, what's happening with your homie? Let me read y'all comments, man. My bad. Hold up. My bad. Wait, I'm gonna say Christian Sage, yeah, being 9-15 with 32 against Memphis. What else you want? I think he's talking about Trey. Bruce say, Chad, you got some of these people saying he couldn't play in the WNBA. I hope they are joking. He's a rookie. Let him live a little. Nah, he'll go in the WNBA and do his thing. But that's not the bar. The bar is like, dog, you need to be an all-star. And right now, he don't really look like an NBA player. Me say, I don't want to live in a world where DQ is our bad player. Yeah, that's a rough world. That's a rough world to live in. But he's bad. Monday Back Sniper say Queen not better than Meesey. Oh, nah, not at this stage. Not for his impact. And I mean, I don't know, though. He really might be the worst offensive player on the team right now. As far as the shit he tries. Like, Jordan Hawkins just shoots the ball. Like, when he dribbles, he looks dumb. But when he just shoots the ball, it's like, all right, you ain't got no game. Derek can't do much of anything. And he tries to do a lot. That's a nice play call out of timeout. Get your two best players in the offense. Great hustle, Zion. Say DQ don't. Say, Chad, you think DQ is a bust? I don't think you can really be a bust if you was picked 13. I just think the bar is, I think, well, not the bar. I think he has a really low ceiling. I think he got a low ceiling. I don't think he's a bust. It was just a terrible deal. Like, he'll probably be in the NBA about 7 years, 8 years or some shit. But that trade was terrible. That trade was terrible. Yeah, Eve cold. Eve balling right now. Bree said they got to put Poole in. He's the only guard that's not terribly undersized. Yeah, I don't understand how you got Herb Jones. And I do think Herb has played good defense. But you got Herb Jones. Oh, that's a bullshit ass call, bro. That is a bullshit call. You got Herb Jones. He's like, what, 0 for fucking 10 from beyond the arc? Like 0 for 10 from beyond the arc or something crazy like that? 0 for 8, 0 for 9. Whoa, what's that with your fist of black stuff? He was like 0 for 8, 0 for 9, some shit like that from beyond the arc. And you mean to tell me you can't find no minutes for Jordan Poole? Come on, man. Since what Black said, Chad chill, DQ gonna be straight with a summer under the real coach. He's still coachable. He just not good. Like, that's the thing. It's like, I can see, bro, honestly, if he had like some cool skills that you just need to refine and get him under control, some of his issues just ain't like fixable in my opinion. Like, he can't jump. You can fix shooting, you can fix dribbling, but his lack of athleticism is just so glaring that it's like, man, I ain't never really seen nothing like this. Like this, this dude look like Andre Miller. He like Andre Miller without the post game. Like, Jesus Christ, that was a terrible idea by Jose. Because Jose, you didn't even get the defender to commit when you tried to do that pass to Zion on the baseline. You didn't even get the defender to commit. Yeah, and look, it's like, even on that 3 that SGA shot, SGA was in the air. He jerked his body and shit. It was like, man, you foul baiting, ho. Oh, that was a bad shot, Trey. It went in, but that long ass difficult too. They say, why isn't Herb on SGA? Zion got to stop switching on SGA. They switch everything, man. They switched way too easily also. Say Herb and Trey 0 for 14 from 3. And that's the situation. That's why you looking the way you looking. That was a nice crossover by SGA. Good hustle by Trey to not give up an offensive board. Sadiq, what you gonna do? You gotta move the ball, Sadiq. You gotta move the ball. You gotta move some balls, Sadiq. But man, Derek is bad, dog. Like, and I was one of homie biggest defenders. I'm still one of his biggest defenders. But Jesus Christ. Austin, what up with you, bro? He said call that foul every time. Yeah, especially against OKC. It's not even, you can contest, but it's not even worth it. With some of that shit, you got to just run to the side of them. Yeah, Trey, I think that's the first, coming off of that ATO, I think that was the first Zion Trey pick and roll. If I'm not mistaken, Trey Alexander, I think that was a Zion Trey pick and roll. Bree said, will either team score 100? Ugh. That's a great question. It's a great question. This might be an 89-93 game. Hopefully it's the Pelicans. But, oh, man. Then now, damn, Trey missed 2 free throws. Eve missed 2. Like, this is just Trey having a really bad game. He battling through it, but he having a tough game. Isaiah Joe got about 3 fucking threes right now. How many threes Isaiah Joe got? No, Isaiah Joe is 3 for 7 from beyond the arc. Trey is 0 for 6. Herb 0 for 7. This is inexcusable, bro. This is inexcusable. This is inexcusable. Man, this is crazy, dog. Oh Lord, boy, y'all don't even know what's going on right now. I think Sadiq Bey hit 2 big threes. He's probably the only person to hit a 3 tonight, right? Oh, now Sadiq down holding his knee. Oh my God. Good rebound. That was a foul, I thought. Is Sadiq Bey back up? Please be back up, Sadiq Bey. Yeah, he's back up. Oh Lord. Oh, Trey shook the fuck out of that boy. He bricked the shot, but he shook the fuck out of him. He shook the fuck out of Lou Dort, but he bricked the shot. Oh, that's nice. Oh my God. The man is getting to where he needs to get. He just can't put the fucking ball in the hoop. Oh my God. That's going on Sports Center tonight. So Zion comes out the game. OKC goes on a run. That was like, bruh, come on. Come on, bruh. Zion comes out the game, OKC goes on a run. That's pretty much how this is going right now. Yeah, Trey shook the fuck out of Lou Dort. Then he got into the restricted area for that floater. He just overthought it. I mean, look, sometimes you just have terrible shooting games. Because I don't think OKC is really doing anything that special defensively. The Pelicans just can't score. The offense is just bad. And when they get wide open shots, they can't make them motherfuckers. But I don't think OKC is doing anything like particularly well, to be honest. And we missing free throws. I think Eve missed 2, Trey missed 2. Eve missed 3, Trey missed 2. Like it's come on, man. This is fucking tough. This is tough. This is terrible offensive basketball, bro. And this is why, again, it's hard to start guys if they with this lineup. In theory, this lineup should be able to shoot. But since Jose not shooting well, Sadiq he's shooting okay, I guess, all things considered. Trey not shooting well at all. It's tough. Me say, but we got shooters. This team is a joke. I don't really know who they would classify as shooters aside from Trey, because I don't think nobody think Hawk is no shooter no more. See, Eve's starting to really come through with these defensive boards. That's what I like to see, because that was like one of the weak spots in his game. Oh, that was a clear charge, Eve. That was bad decision making by Eve. He overthought it. B. Thomas say we the only team I can see misses wide open shots. Nah, a lot of teams do. Like OKC in the first half missed a lot of wide open shots. The Pelicans just not making anything. And that's the problem. Yeah, Fizz ain't played. Louisiana Gal told me though that Fizz has a hand injury. Maybe that's part of the reason. But if you're not gonna play Fizz, why the fuck is Jose out there? Why you not playing Jordan Poole? Like, Jordan Poole can't get no minutes? That's what we doing here? Like, that's fucking bogus. I think that's bogus, personally. I think that's bunk, in my opinion. Yeah, Shea good. Shea Cole. Shea former fucking MVP. It's just like, you could have won this game. If you was just bad, you would have won this game. The Pelicans been god fucking awful. Because OKC is bad. OKC is missing a ton of players. Crown say Trey Handles has improved a bunch, but he struggles shot making off the dribble consistently. Oh yeah, I agree. Meek, you think Trey is streaky? Bree say Fizz play Shea nice. Shea gonna beat us by himself. I hope not, cause look, Shea got what, 3 fouls, and the Pelicans haven't really attacked him again yet. Like, come on, man. Don say must be showcasing Jose. Jose doing a bad job. I ain't gonna lie, boy. Jose hit them 2 threes last game, and that was all she fucking wrote. I didn't like that pick and roll right there, but that was a great finish by Eve. Me said you can't breathe in the SGA without them calling the foul. No, that's why the league is so bogus. That's why the shit's so bogus. Austin said the Pelicans are a tough watch, but there isn't another team in the NBA that wins more games than OKC. That is a hard watch. Constant foul baiting and BS goes their way. Yeah, like OKC just plays such a terrible brand of basketball. That's why, like, if you notice, even like with them winning the championship, people moved on so fast because it's like Halliburton got hurt in the fourth. It's almost like people don't respect their ring. I respect it. I respect their ring, but I'm saying the viewership probably doesn't respect it because that brand of playing. Like, I don't think people like this brand of playing. But shit, people didn't like how James Harden played neither. People don't like how Luka played. Damn, boy, that's a terrible shot to give up. That's a terrible shot to give up after you just cut it to 7. That's a terrible shot to give up. You over helping. You might as well just give up the motherfucking 2 if you right there. Right there, if you Micah Peavy, why Micah was just lost. Micah didn't know who to defend. Because if you Micah Peavy, why the fuck are you helping right there in the post and you leaving Chet wide open? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Eve having an excellent game. Eve's having a very excellent game. In my opinion, Eve and Zion, the only 2 players that played well. And right now, it's bad. They called a blocking foul. Oh, my God. This man lost possession of the ball, and y'all calling a blocking foul? That's what we doing, this whole ass shit? Crown said, that's why I hope to see Trey work on his offseason, work on the shooting more off the dribble routines and workouts. Opens another avenue for his game, offensively making him more of an elite scorer. Yeah, that's why I agree as well with Meech. I think he's streaky with that as well, like scoring off the dribble. Got to keep getting stronger. He's been better recently finishing through contact, but got to keep getting stronger. Got to keep tightening up the handle. The worst thing I agree with your Ace Bizzle. Like, they not calling that for it on Shea. The worst thing with Trey is that he's starting every season injured. Every offseason, motherfucker is injured. So it's like, wherever you left off at during the season, you got to start from scratch in the offseason. Like, that's the worst thing. You don't get to, build on the things you had accomplished or some of the newer benchmarks you set. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me, fam, while we got this time out. Pelicans could win this game. They really could, bro. They really could have, rather. There's still time, though. Trey said it'd be Derek that get us the 10-point hole, and Eve got to get us back in it. I agree. I think we all dread when we see DQ checking the game, DQ and Fears. We just like, oh, no, not again. Like, I don't know, bro. He a rookie, but he an older rookie. So I feel kind of weird about it because if he was 19, I would feel different. Him being 21, I'm like, well, damn. 21 is young, but it's old for a rookie. So I'm like, I don't know. What possessed you to do this? Yeah, this coaching staff is trash, Mike. I agree. Bree said I'm crying. Why Poole got eyes on Borrego? Yo, I'm telling you, man. So many mistakes got made earlier in this season that really set the precedent for like just disastrous relationships. And I think Poole and Borrego probably got one of those disastrous relationships, or just his coaching staff generally. Don, yeah, Trey need that quick Klay Thompson release. That like Klay catch that bit like that quick release. Me say yeah, it's the Brothers of Destruction checking in. I am really surprised that I hope Fear's not hurt, but I am surprised that we didn't see more Fears because while I don't think Fears played well, I don't think Jose played well neither. So what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? We're top 20 all offensive stats except free throw percentage. Damn, that's surprising that's falling that way because they were doing pretty well at one point. Crown said if Zion gets more active in the fourth and Trey is more efficient in the fourth, can help us close out the game with a win. Yeah. Only thing is now you battling it back down from 10. Like, oh, that was a late ass call by the ref. Jose got to start playing with a mask, boy. They be popping the fuck out of Jose. Said notice every team in front of us doing a lot of losing. Yeah, but see the Pelicans so phony. They might not even be able to take advantage of none of it. That's the most difficult part. Jay Black's teams usually be OKC has great guard play, or 3-guard lineups, not really big units. And that's the thing. You got to have at least 3 people on the court that can score at all times. Right now, the Pelicans got 2. Zion's supposed to attack him. I didn't like how Zion passed right there. He was supposed to attack him, in my opinion. Face up, okay. Good shit, Zion. Good shit on the midi. Good shit on the midi. Attack him. That's what I'm saying. You gave the ball up to Jose. The good thing is he reset. But you got to attack dude. That was nice defense by Zion, too, cutting off that dribble penetration. That was nice defense. Now, look, you see Zion. I mean, not Zion. Jose battling underneath the rim. Good defense. Oh, Zion! No, that was Zion's fault. That was Zion's fault right there. Zion, that was a 50-50 ball. You got to get the fucking ball right there. That was a 50-50 ball. You got to go get that. Fears about to check back in, y'all. Fears is okay. You got to check back in. All right, Trey, get away. Good shit, Trey. Oh, Lord. That was the worst person possible. That was the worst person possible to catch that ball. And now, look, I blame Micah Peavy right there. I blame Micah Peavy right there for shooting that. Micah, you got to find the right person to pass that motherfucking ball to. You got to pass the right person to pass that ball to, Micah. That was bad. That was bad, Micah. I ain't going to lie to you, homie. See, Breezy said, man, Trigger better keep working on his handle. Ain't like the winds just rolling in. He might as well expand this game. I've seen Jaylen Brown go left this year more than every other year combined. Yeah, I think the thing with Trey, and look, I had this confirmed to me again today. Earlier this year, the guys, like some of the practices were, kind of extensive. That's why you saw, like, the issue with Jordan Poole and his legs kind of exacerbated. You saw Trey Murphy, the 3-point shot not really falling. It's because how some of the practices were going. The thing with Trey is, like I said earlier too, C Breezy, is like him being injured every fucking offseason or injured every start to the season. Like last season, it was what? Last offseason, it was a shoulder injury. Prior to that, it was the hamstring. And it's like, damn, every time a motherfucker gets some momentum and they take one step in the right direction, the injury causes a setback and you can't really continue to trend forward, unfortunately. Ooh, he was in the air. I don't know. I think that's a blocking foul. I don't know. His foot was moving. But if that was the Pelicans, that would be a charge. So I don't know. Meek says Zion been your best player on offense and defense. He definitely been. I think he absolutely been your best player on offense. I would say top 2 on defense. I think Eve been solid on defense as well. But Zion definitely been top. He's your best player on offense, undoubtedly. Top 2 on defense because he rebounded like a big dog. Yes, we got a call. The redhead gave us a call. The ginger ref. We got to watch this motherfucker, though. Boy, I wish we had them fucking free throws back, man. Damn. So they gonna call Trey on the elbow. You know what's funny? One of the coaches, Kevin Ollie, one of his favorite sets is his elbow as well. One of the coaches the Pelicans supposedly looking at. I'm telling y'all, though, keep an eye on Mosley. Louisiana gal, she told us keep an eye on Jerry Stackhouse as well. Yeah, these rotations. Oh, Louisiana gal, you right there. But look, I think Mosley getting fired. I ain't gonna lie. Mike is, again, that was a good hustle by Fizz, but you mean to tell me that was you who said Stack, bro? Okay. You mean to tell me you rather just keep parking Herb and Micah in the corner? Like, I know Micah played good defense and Herb played good defense, but Jesus Christ, bro. The brothers can't shoot. That ain't no excuse tonight, though, because fuck, even your best shooters, they ain't make no shots tonight from behind the arc. It's tough. Yeah, it's like that. This pass the ball to Will right here, man. Get the ball to Zion. Live with the results. Oh, my God. Big shot right there by Jose. Big shot by Jose. We needed that desperately, dog. Yeah, they doing Poole dirty. Louisiana gal. They doing Poole dirty. See, Breezy said, heard my dog in real life, but I never want him shooting more shots than Zion. Yeah, see, Breezy, see, that's the thing, though. You know, OKC is such a smart defensive team, and any smart defensive team is going to force Herb to, they like, if Herb Jones beat us, that it just is what it is. Oh yeah, I still would like Chris Quinn from Miami. I still like Chris Quinn. Good defense right there by Eve on that first dribble penetration. Good defense by Peavy. Box out, box out, box out. Ah, that's a big fucking shot from Isaiah Joe. This motherfucker got like 5 fucking threes. This bum got 5 fucking threes. I don't even know nobody in the real world with the last name Joe. He the only person with the last name Joe I've ever seen in my life. That's not even a real last name. This man got a fake surname and he got 17 fucking points. Motherfucker with the surname Joe got 17 points. Oh my God, Micah. Micah had a terrible third quarter, boy. Micah had a terrible third quarter. Dog. Between them 2 busted ass threes he took and that bunk ass reverse he just missed. And he had a bunk ass midi he shot. He had a terrible third quarter. And this foul, he was awful. Again, you mean to tell me you ain't got no minutes for Jordan Poole? None. You that much of a hoe? You ain't got no minutes for Jordan Poole? You got this nigga with this fake surname, got 17 motherfucking points. Like, this is ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous, dog. That's why I don't like this shit. I don't like this coach at all. Not whatsoever. I don't like all that favoritism and shit, dog. I ain't lying. Say, can they bench Michael? Yeah, they certainly can. They certainly can. And look at that foul was on the ground, though. I ain't gonna lie. That foul should have been on the floor. Yeah, PB 0 for 4. And you know what's crazy, Meech? Worse than him being 0 for 4, they all were bad shots. Like, if he, that was a good shot. He just missed. They all was bad shots. And that's why it's kind of tough, to be honest. Like, god damn. Nigga. See, Breeze said, yeah, Poole got to be getting traded. Yeah, it don't make no sense otherwise, see, Breeze. It really don't, man. It don't make no sense otherwise, because this is just totally disrespectful. It's totally disrespectful. Louisiana girl said, I need him high tomorrow. Yeah, look, in the Orlando fans, boy, they can't wait for Mosley to be out of there. They can't stand Mosley. But see, that's the thing. It gets to a certain point where with those coaches, that's like how people feel about Mark Jackson. Like Mark Jackson, like, I took y'all as far as I could take y'all. Now it's time for that new coach to take you the rest of the way. I think that's what's happening in Orlando. With the Pelicans, that's what should have happened. It's like, all right, get a solid coach, and by the time you get a new coach, he gonna take him to the next step. But unfortunately, we ended up with a fucking nincompoop and Willie Green, doofusy fuck. And you got this motherfucker here who Willie Green light. We got diet Willie Green and James Borrego. 0 calories Willie Green. This motherfucker here. Trash as well. Let me see here. You're only down 10 though. You can make a run. You're going like a 7-0 run, 8-0 run. But the fact that two-time Gemini, shout out to you. Isaiah Joe averaged 9.5 points. Thank you, two-time Gemini. This man came in here and got 17 points. And all of the threes haven't been like wide open. The Pelicans playing solid defense for the Pelicans play solid defense for 21 seconds. That last pass is burning them, especially from beyond the arc. That last fucking pass. Isaiah Joe. Now, look, audio fast. Watch me trade for Isaiah Joe, and Isaiah Joe go to averaging 6 fucking points. Like, even right now, Herb averaging, 8 points on the season? The Pelicans need some real double-digit point averagers. Like, on the real, for real. Like, let's stop playing these games. That's why I don't like the shit when people... I understand not wanting to trade Eve, like, for Ben. But you mean to tell me you think you too good for Ben Mathurin? You got motherfuckers out here averaging... You got about 4 or 5 dudes on this team averaging single digits. And you too good for Ben Mathurin? Bitches, you crazy? HH say Trey selling. Yeah, Trey been pretty bad tonight. I don't think Laurie an option. I think the Jazz, they going to try to be competitive next year. Only reason they starting to play bad this year is because they owe OKC that pick. So they trying to keep their pick. I think it's top 8 protected, if I'm not mistaken. Brock said, yeah, with the rolled up sleeves. Yeah, like you out there with a fucking hammer and chisel. You ain't doing nothing. Trash ass. Louisiana guess that every other player starting in the starting lineup has more attempts than Zion. Bogus. Destroying the ball at the rim too. Oh God, Derek coming back. Oh my God. All right. Yeah, we too good for Mathurin and Cam Thomas. Yeah, Jay Black. That's my issue with Ben. And with Cam is like you gotta pay him, but at the same time, it's like stop paying some of these motherfuckers you got. Like just stop paying some of these dudes you got, cause Jesus Christ. And we gave up an offensive board. All right. Okay. Man, Grub don't know a motherfucking thing. Look, soon as Derek get in the game, bro. Soon as Derek get in the game, this doofusy shit. Grub like, I mean, come on, the guy only averages about 5 threes a game. I mean, he's not a winning player. Dog, Grub told me Donovan Mitchell wasn't a winning player. That's why I was like, yeah, I can't talk to this man no more. This man told me Donovan Mitchell wasn't a winning player, but told me that Herb Jones is going to teach the rookies how to win. Is it cocaine? Is it freebase? Is it meth? Is it smack? Is it blow? What is it? Because you have an affliction. Damn. It ain't over yet. Good jump shot. Fuck, bro. I can't wait to hear the excuses tonight. Like, well, it's hard to win when you can't make threes. It's like, you can't make threes. It was like a 3 fucking point game. Just stop doing dumb shit. Maybe you can win. Nothing. Brock, ain't win nothing. I don't know, bro. I think people just like, oh my God, Fierce, you tripping, son. You tripping, son. No, Fist of the Black Star, I got the text messages, son. This man said that Donovan Mitchell is not a winning player. I was like, Donovan Mitchell? Not Donovan Mitchell on the team that just won 70-something fucking games, huh? 60-something fucking games. I know you're talking about that dude, huh? Oh, yeah, Fierce. This man just airballed a layup. And you mean to tell me you ain't got no minutes for Jordan Poole? And y'all know, look, I'm just an objective viewer. I'm not like, a fan, like a Jordan Poole fan necessarily. I'm an objective member. I do think Jordan Poole is talented though. If Jordan Poole airballed a layup, yeah, I did see they ignored Zion under the rim right there. If you Zion, that's when you curse a motherfucker out. If you Zion, that's when you curse a motherfucker out. That's when you got to man up and take the rankings and curse a motherfucker out if you Zion. Yeah, if you mean to tell me you ain't got no minutes for Jordan Poole, man, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, son. Nah, I ain't trying to hear that, son. I ain't trying to hear that at all. We see our rookies have really regressed, 99 dog. You know what? I don't even know if they necessarily regress, bro. I just think some of their highs were a little average. Some of their highs were advertised a little higher than they really were. And we seeing the valleys, like the peaks and the valleys are a real thing, especially with these rookies. But I think what I look at is what's transferable. Like, where are the transferable skill sets? Like, I can, like, right there, he got the steal. He dunked. Well, he almost dunked that bitch that time. Made a nigga fall. Right? Good shit, Fierce. See, Fierce, him finishing at the rim. To me, that's different than a motherfucker getting blocked on dunk attempts, because you can learn to finish. You ain't gonna learn to jump higher. I like, that just ain't gonna happen. That was a bad foul to pick up from Zion. Look, Zion the waving. He like, yo, don't sub me out. Zion waving like, don't sub me out. Yeah, 3 rookies on the floor. It's tough, man. Bruce said, look at the score and Herb down the game. Now we're gonna lose anyway if he was playing, but I guarantee you we could lose by 20. I don't know. I ain't gonna lie to you, Bruce. This was a rough Herb game. Hey, y'all, Zion got a double-double. This was a rough Herb game, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, under that rim, Zion threw that motherfucker under that rim. He threw his ass down. That's why he was mad he didn't get the ball. He probably wanted to dunk on him. That's a big shot right there from Sadiq Bey. Huge shot from Sadiq Bey. That started with Derek Queen's defense and Zion getting the rebound. Scouting reports catch up with rookies. Oh yeah, look, that's the thing. Like the scouting reports rarely lie, bro. Like there's levels to it. Like people was worried about Anthony Edwards. Like yeah, there's some truth to that. Like as far as the maturity issues, but Anthony Edwards is a beast. Like he's talented. That was never in question. Oh, they waited way too long to get Zion the ball. Zion had Shea on him under that rim. They waited way too fucking long to get Zion the ball right there, son. Zion had Shea on the rim calling for it. They waited too long to give him the ball. They waited way too long to give him the ball. Waited way too long to get Zion the ball. He had Shea under the rim calling for the ball. Waited way too long. This team got bad vision also. That's why this team need a point guard. For real. This team need a point guard. They definitely need a point guard. Like the vision, the wherewithal, it's just bad. Identifying the right guys, making the right plays, it's just not there. The processing is too slow. Either the processing is too slow or the skill set's too slow. Shout out to Jay Burke. Jay Burke say 43 million DNPs. Poole, Looney, Hawkins. Look, add another couple million to that with DeAndre Jordan. That's how crazy it is. You got damn near 50 million. Then you got a couple motherfuckers that shouldn't be playing. When you think about that, right? You got damn near $50 million tonight that didn't really give you much. Oh, damn, you taking Zion out the game now? You got like $50 million tonight that really ain't give you much. And it's tough, man. It's tough. It's tough. Jordan Poole should have played tonight, though. There was no reason not to play Jordan Poole, in my opinion. Yeah, hey, Fisted Blackstar, I heard the same thing, brother. I heard the same thing. They looking to trade a point guard. The Pelicans better be fucking interested. Pelicans better be interested. I just saw a man airball layup. I just saw a millionaire airball layup. No. You better go ahead and get that motherfucking point guard in question. Good defense by her right there. Let me answer y'all questions, man. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Take a second. Hit the like button, man. Hit the subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. We just went live for the members yesterday. Any breaking news that happened, we going to go live. I appreciate everybody, man. Yes, indeed. I appreciate everybody rocking with me. Let me see. Hold on. Uptown. What up with you, Uptown? He said you talked about Peewee's offer shooting yet? Yeah, I definitely spoke about that, fam. I can live with the misses. I just thought all his shots were bad decisions also. Like, I can live with motherfucking missing, but the bad decision making bothers me. He a rookie, though, but he's also an older rookie. Being say even when Shea missed that shit, looked like it's going in. Yeah, he had a couple that rimmed out also. Yeah, the Pelicans not getting no respect from the refs. Not right now. Earlier in the game they was, but we knew they was gonna shut that shit down. I don't think they called another foul on Shea yet. But see, that's what that's the Pelicans' fault too. Because if you Zion and Zion like, yo, Shea right here, give me the ball. I got Shea sealed. Give me the ball, and you don't give him the ball, you fucking over yourself. Cause Shea either gonna let him score or he gonna pick up his fourth foul, fifth foul. You know what I'm saying? But again, IQ with the Pelicans. That's why you need a point guard. I bet you Chris Paul make that fucking pass. I bet you I'm thinking about a decent point guard. Mike Conley make that pass. I'm telling you, that's why the Pelicans they need some IQ on that floor, and because you're not gonna get no help from the coaching staff. Honestly, they don't know what the fuck going on. They probably think they playing the Oklahoma City Hornets. They don't know what's happening here. See, Reed said Cat played a huge role in Ant's maturation. After Cat called out Ant about eating Popeyes, everything changed for the better. Yeah, that's true, too. That's true. He called him out publicly. He called him out publicly. He said, I don't even eat Popeyes. Well, you eat Popeyes, nigga. I saw you at the line one time. You eat Popeyes. You ain't got to lie about eating Popeyes. Just eat less of it. Get a toucan dine. You don't got to get a family meal. So y'all need to accept they're not going to hit Zion on simple plays. He got to earn all his points. Oh, yeah. I mean, the offense is trash, in my opinion. That's why I never understood, like, the thought process that Borrego was like this offensive mastermind. I just think the team got healthier. Like, right now, this team is healthy, and OKC missing a bunch of motherfuckers. You should be kicking OKC motherfucking back in. Or you should at least be in a real tight, close, competitive game, but you ain't. Bree said, why don't Borrego use screens? Me an asshole. Hef said Shea be pushing off everybody right before the shot. Oh yeah, Shea get away with so many offensive fouls and so much separation. Shea played like Michael Irvin, like how Michael Irvin played football, just a little elbow, create separation, and get You talking about Cam Spencer, Sauce? You talking about Spencer from Memphis? He one of their favorite players right now. Oh God, Herb hit a 3. 9-point game, y'all. We can get this. We can make this happen, y'all. Jay Black say Borrego like the offense to run plays. OKC don't allow clean plays to run. But see, you know, Jay Black, the wild thing is, if it was just against OKC, I could be like, all right, well, fuck, you know, this is a one-off. But it's like I find myself, you know, saying for too many stretches, like, damn, why we can't get no shots off? Why we can't create no separation? Why we can't run no plays? Why we can't get no sets in? We can't, you know, make the entry pass. And those were some of the same issues we had with Willie Green. All right, now you need a bucket right here. You can make a run. Whoa, what up with you, Q? J. Cal, what's happening with you? What's happening with y'all, man? We trying to make a run, dog. We trying to make a run. We trying to make a run here. And we give up an offensive board. Derek gives up an offensive board. Derek gives up an offensive board. Derek gives up an offensive board. Did you expect anything else? Like realistically, did we expect anything else? Did we expect anything else? That's why I love doing these. Y'all don't know how much I appreciate y'all. I love doing these live games with y'all, man. Because good shit, Trey. Huge shot by Trey. 6-point game, y'all. I love doing these live games with y'all because we get to look at every single possession. And the laziness is just crazy. A game this tightly contested, you giving up offensive boards. You can't do that. All right, let's get another stop. We need a stop right here. Let's get a stop. Let's try to get some stops, man. Damn! Y'all calling them pussy-ass fouls, man. Where are our fucking fouls at? Bogus-ass foul. We can't get a call. Oh, that was a bogus foul. I got to see the replay, but that was a bogus foul. I'm standing by my initial thought. That was a bogus foul. Do we have a challenge? Wait, did he hit ball? He got ball first! He hit the ball first! Challenge it! He hit the ball first! He hit ball first! Challenge that, coach! Challenge it, coach! What are you doing? Challenge it! He hit the ball first! Challenge it! No! That was good defense! Oh my God, bro! Do we not have a challenge? I thought we still had the challenge because we won. I thought, we don't have none. Fuck! Bruce, I strongly disagree. But if they win, let's see. That was good defense by Derek, man. That wasn't no fucking foul. Bruh, that's sad, son. That's sad. If we really don't have a challenge, that's sad because he got that's a terrible call. Huge shot right there by Fears. Hold up. The rookies is running. The rookies doing it. All right, now we gotta get a stop. We gotta get Zion back in the game. We got 3 timeouts. We gotta get a stop. We gotta get Zion back in the game. We got 3 timeouts. We got the rebound. We got the rebound. We gotta get the ball to Trey or Sadiq Bey here. We got the rebound. We got the rebound. We gotta get Zion back in the game somehow. We got the rebound. Sadiq Bey. We needed a 3 right there. We ain't need no bunk ass midi. We needed a 3 right there. Brian said we got a challenge. Oh, that's my bad then. Oh, that's the patented Sadiq Bey post up. Oh my God, that's the best we got. Come on, man. Come on, man. Oh, and now we giving up offensive boards. Come on, man. Come the fuck on. Oh my God, bro. Giving up offensive rebounds, son. Offensive rebounds, son. Dog, Derek is just so... Derek's so bad, dog. Derek's so bad, dog. Derek's so bad, dog. Derek is so bad. Derek's so bad, dog. No, you know who Derek remind me of? Derek remind me of Stanley Jean-Baptiste. Y'all remember? If you a Saints fan, do y'all remember Stanley Jean-Baptiste? That's what that remind me of, dog. Derek really remind me of Stanley Jean-Baptiste. And it's tough, dog. It's tough, son. There's no reason Eve shouldn't be in this game. There's no reason Eve shouldn't be in this game, dog. There's no reason Eve shouldn't be in this game. Now, I did think Derek made a solid pass, and he had a nice, the next Richard Sherman, right? That's what they had called him. Oh, man. No, son. Damn. Now, I feel bad for the guys right there. Because they really battled, man. I feel bad for the guys right there. The refs, like, you had it at a 5-point game, and you had possession. You called a patented motherfucking Sadiq Bey post-up that almost never works. Then you give up an offensive board. They, they hit a big three. It's pathetic. It's pathetic, bro. And that's not the crazy thing with that Derek Queen post. I'm sorry, not Derek Queen post up. The crazy thing with that Sadiq Bey post up is what? That's like our fucking go-to. We go to that shit like that's like the bread and butter. We go to that shit like that's like the straight up bread and butter. We really go to that shit like that's the bread and butter. It never works. T. Newsom says Stanley John Baptiste. I would not compare Queen to him. No, I don't mean like player for player, but what I mean is when you see somebody in the college and you're like, wow, that's a very unique player. If things go right, he could be Richard Sherman. Or if things go right, he could be Sabonis or a Baby Joker. And then they get to the NBA or they get to the NFL and you're like, oh, Lord. I was mistaken. Like, I don't know. Yeah, they go to that motherfucking post up like it's they go to the Sadiq Bey post up like it's a motherfucking Kareem Skyhook. Like, well, this money. He scored 1,000 points doing this. Like, no, that shit don't be working like that. Don't do that no more. Stop it. So Eve Messi coming in the game. Derek looked mad as a motherfucker. Eve in the game. Zion still out. Eve is in the game. Zion still out. Yeah, Derek looked mad as a motherfucker. Jay Black say Messi bears our offensive hub. Yeah, everything operates off of B. Let me see. Say that post up shit don't work on this team. Yeah, it's because Sadiq got the physical advantage a lot of nights, but not tonight. Yeah, I don't understand. Look, that's how you know Borrego trash, bro. You got 2 timeouts left. You don't even know if there's going to be a dead ball. So you just now checking Zion back in. Now you're down by 11. So you don't even know when the next dead ball is. Luckily, Chet just got a block and you got a dead ball. But why would you wait? Why would you wait that long? You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't you have Zion in the game immediately and have an ATO for Zion? That's a 6-point swing. That's a 6-point swing. With Trey missing that 3 and Dort hitting it. Now, I don't mind Trey shooting at all. But again, the next shot, like, come on, man. Come on, man. This dude is a joke. This dude Borrego is a joke. This dude Borrego is a fucking joke. Straight up and down, son. Straight up and down. This dude is a joke. This is a really unlucky night for Trey. Because I've seen him make that floater several times. This is just an unlucky night for him. That motherfucking ball is not going in at all. Damn, look, Sadiq Bey got 11 fucking rebounds. Didn't he have 9 at halftime? Sometimes that's just how the fucking ball bounces, though. Let me see. Trey 3 for 16. Jesus Christ, that's terrible. Shout out to Stone Cold Steve Austin. Trey 3 for 16. Zion, yeah, they fucked up not having Zion in the game right there. Jay Burke said Messi grabbed rebounds that he couldn't get. Yeah, it's I don't know, dog. It's just tough. Like it's just tough. You know, because I root for that young man Sadiq. Cause I know I'm sorry, not Sadiq. Derek, because I know he got a lot of pressure on him. But man, I gotta call it how I see it, dog. Like it looked bad. It looked bad. No Zion, no Jordan Poole. What is James doing? Smoking that weed, smoking that fire. He's trash. He sucks. He sucks. Borrego sucks, bro. Bree says Zion hit 6,000 points. Man, you know what's crazy, Bree? last year Zion had hit I think he hit 5,000 last year, and it was like he was like fourth on the list for players to hit 5,000. I'm like, dog, if Zion actually played third, yeah, that's what it was, Don. Thank you, Don. Third fastest to 5,000, bro. Do you like Zion would have been number one by far? Like no one would have like probably caught that record if he actually played games. Cause the fact that this man missed so many games and he was still third is fucking crazy. But fucking injuries, man. It's a damn shame, bro. It's a damn shame. Say they got more shots than Zion. That can't happen. Yeah, Zion got looked off a lot in that post, especially when he had Shai Gilgeous-Alexander on him. And that's when you absolutely cannot look him off. When you got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander on him. Good screen right there by Herb. Nice shot by Zion. Keep doing that. If you Zion, do that every fucking game. Run that action every game. That was a good screen by Herb. Run that motherfucking action every game. Run that shit into the ground. Run that shit into the ground. Now, see, dog, that's what I mean, bro. If you the Pelicans, 1-2 possessions go your fucking way. 1 or 2 possessions go your way, dog. And this is probably a tied ball game, bro. But giving up the offensive boards, them bogus-ass fouls, these weak-ass refs, that's fucking Pelicans ball, bro. That's Pelicans ball. That's Pelicans basketball, dog. That should be Pelicans basketball, son. Seriously. They need to have a fucking final 2-minute review like the NFL does. Like, these refs is fucking bogus. You ginger hoe. I'd rather have Zion take that midi and miss than watch PV jack up threes. Yeah, it's like, shit, you might as well. If you Zion, you gotta throw everything at the motherfucking wall at this point. Louisiana Gal said, I think getting a good coach is more important than the Pelicans trying to get back into the first round. I can't take Borrego hoops much longer. Oh, yeah, I totally agree with you. I don't think, shout out to my dog, Big Eve. I think all of this is for naught. If you can't get a solid coach, I don't think nothing much really matters. You better get a solid coach because this man's teaching Fears and Queen so many bad habits. Even if he's not teaching it to him, he's enabling it. I'll say that. He's enabling bad habits. Let's say they came to the team with said bad habits. He's enabling these bad habits. He's not coaching them out of it. Yeah, now they want to do a review. All the shit there was to review this game, now they want to do a bullshit review. I know they'd be like, well, we want to speed up the game. They need to get this shit up to like 4 challenges. Honestly, I hope the NBA can whatchamacallit. I hope the NBA can protest. The players union can protest and get this shit up to 10 challenges a game at least. Bruce say Murphy got 10 points. Yeah, that can't happen if you trade. You gotta have at least 15, dog. 10 points on 18 shots. 10 points on 18 shots. That can't happen, dog. That's inexcusable. And you missed 2 free throws. Oh no. Zion 5 for 5. Sadiq Bey no, Sadiq Bey got 15 shots. Oh my god, no. Zion got 10 shots. Zion 7 for 10. 7 for 10, 11 rebounds. I don't want to hear a motherfucking thing about Zion not demanding the ball this game. I ain't gonna lie, dog. Like, this is one of the games where we witnessed dude being looked off. Well, all right, so now we got a fake fight. All right. Look, y'all saw that boy try to push Sadiq, and Sadiq, look, that boy try to push Sadiq. Sadiq ain't going nowhere. Sadiq, Sadiq a big, strong motherfucker, though. This dude Sadiq built like a motherfucking monster. All right, look, Sadiq Bey gonna go to the WWF, dog. Yeah, that shit was weak. That shit was weak. I like that the Pelicans frustrated and they not backing down. You know, Sadiq not backing down. I like that the Pelicans frustrated at this loss and they not, taking. Oh, that should be a tech on Wiggins all day. I mean Williams. That should be a tech on Williams all day. That should be a tech on Williams. That should be a tech on Williams. That should be a tech on Williams. That should be. But I like that they not back, not to borrow that whack ass term. I like that they not backing down and getting punked and no shit like that. But Barek, oh my god, dog. Dog. I got people that send me 90 fucking reels a day That shit drive me crazy, son. I ain't gonna lie. Like, please. Let me see. Me said you can't have a winning culture playing rookies this much. I watched DQ give a 4 rebounds and get a shot blocked 5 times. He had a shot blocked 5 times tonight. Man, this coach is this. Oh, okay. They called a double tech. That's some bullshit. How you call a double tech when he pushed him first? He was just responding. What he supposed to do? He get pushed and fall on the ground? I hate that weak ass double tech shit. That's the worst call in the NBA. That's the worst call in the fucking NBA. Yeah, home. Not having Zion in with 5 minutes left for that ATO. That was terrible. Cause they went on like what? I'm looking at the play right now. So Trey misses, Dort hits a 3. And then you put Trey back into the game. Zion back into the game. So it's a 6-point swing from you not subbing. I guess they could have subbed Zion in and maybe it would have went bad. But it's a 6-point swing from Zion not being in the game to being in the game. 6-point swing. Why you just didn't put him in the game? And you had 3 timeouts. You could have stopped, you could have got him in. For the ATO, you could have got him in. But look, Dev. And look, you know what's crazy about that, Dev? Again, bro. Shout out to Dev. He said SGA ended the game with 3 fouls. This man had 3 fouls in the first half, right? Motherfucker ended the game with 3 fouls. Oh my God. Herb gives us an offensive rebound. That's a damn shame, bro. Damn shame. So Zion ended the game. SGA ended the game with 3 fouls. There was at least 2 possessions. One of them was a Messi 3-point attempt. The other one, Messi kind of looked off Zion. Zion got SGA sealed. Like, yo, no, it wasn't even a 3-point attempt. It was a Micah Peavy shot clock violation. That's when Zion was walking away angry and shit. It was a Micah Peavy shot clock violation. And it's like, come on, dog. That could have been a 4th foul right there. That could be 2 points right there. What are we doing here? This is crazy, man. This fucking coach is clueless, dog. This coach is like fucking Pee Wee Herman. I ain't gonna lie. This dude, Borrego, he remind me so much of Pee Wee Herman. Yeah, Eve lost that jump ball. And that's the game right there. The game was probably already over, but that's absolutely the game right there. Absolutely game. Now, Zion getting these shot attempts at the very end of the game, it's like we might as well not even count these, to be honest. You might as well not even really count these shot attempts at the end of the game. If you get the shot attempts early in the game, it can change the dynamic of this whole game. And we giving up offensive rebound. Oh, my God. This is tough. Tough watch. Really sad. This is bad. Yeah, it's like filler shot. It's like, dog, we couldn't get this man the ball. Like, the motherfucker is what, 7 for 11? Dude, 7 for 11. We couldn't give him the ball. Trey got 18 shots. Sadiq Bey got 15 shots. Derek Queen got 11 shots, y'all. Zion and Derek Queen got the same amount of shots. Herb Jones got 11 shots. Herb Jones finished the game with 9, 4, and 3. 9, 4, and 3. Man, if they don't go to fucking hell, man, come on, bro. Like, let's stop playing these games, though. Let's stop playing these games. Like, let's stop. Let's stop playing these games, bro. Let's take the politics out of it. This man not good. This man's not a good player, bro. Like, let's stop. Let's cut it out. Yeah, at least me, like Eve. I thought Eve had a solid night rebounding and shot blocking. But aside from that, Zion obviously your best player tonight, probably on both sides of the ball. Sadiq got you 13 rebounds, so that's something. 14 and 13. But he can't be taking 15 fucking shots. Oh yeah, Memphis should have just go ahead and stop playing and send Jai here. Like if you Joe Dumars, it's like, Joe, sometimes it costs to be the boss. Nobody's saying overpay, but come on, dog. Like, look, I'm about to run through it, y'all. Check this out. Sadiq Bey, 14 shots on 14 points on 15 attempts. Zion, 21 points on 11 attempts. Derek Queen, 9 points on 11 attempts. Trey Murphy, 10 points on 18 attempts. Herb Jones, 9 points on 11 attempts. Carlos, 6 points on 4 attempts. Jeremiah Fears, 7 points on 9 attempts. Jose, 8 points, on 7 attempps. Eve Meesty, 4 for 4, 9 points on 4 attempts. Micah Peavy, 0 for 5. You mean to tell me you couldn't find a fucking second of play? You couldn't find a second. Shout out the Games in the building. Shout out the Games. You couldn't. Wayne, what's happening? He said coach has to make it a point to get Zion the ball. I totally agree. King Sam, what's happening? Yeah, they should have came in earlier, King Sam, Zion, Eve. Like, Chad, what's up with your homie? Yeah, you can't afford for all these guys to be bad like this on the same night because you got such a little margin for error. But that's my whole thing. You mean to tell me, now that's Sadiq Bey's 16th shot attempt, if I'm not mistaken. You mean to tell me you couldn't find 10 minutes for Jordan Poole? With these fucking performances tonight, you couldn't find 10 minutes for Jordan Poole. Even like, hey, Jordan, just staying in the corner and catch and shoot. You couldn't do that? Like, man, get out of here, man. Get out of here. Look, this trade the man. If that's what we doing, this trade, homie. Damn, Trey got, that's Trey's 19th attempt. That's Trey's 19th attempt right there. Oh, Dort grabbed him on the jump ball? I ain't see that. So Trey got 20 attempts. Man, this is crazy. Zion didn't even get the last shot attempt. Look at Zion. This is why Zion the whole time. Zion can't even get the last shot attempt, dog. This is pathetic. Now we got another fight. Dorton Fears. Now we back to the fighting again. Look, I'll be mad as a motherfucker if I was Jordan Poole. Cause I'm Jordan Poole. I gotta grab this nigga. I ain't play all night. Man, I ain't here to be no fucking security guard. Trey, man. Yo, y'all saw Eve? Y'all saw Eve Meesy just now? Eve Meesy just went bumper clock, boop, boop, boop. Y'all saw Eve? Eve not even Jamaican. Look, they escorting this motherfucker to the locker room. They escorting him to. I'm glad nobody threw nothing. I'm glad nobody threw nothing, dog. I really am. I'm glad nobody threw nothing. Nah. I feel like Dort went out like a hole right there. Dort went out like a buster right there. Because Fizz wouldn't even. He kind of tested Fizz gangster a little bit right there. And Fizz kind of, he backed down a little bit. But Dort went out like a hole right there. Because you try to bully the motherfucker after you fouled him. Fizz went out like a hole right there. No, I'm sorry. Not Fizz went out like a hole. Dort went out like a hole right there. Because, like, why you did all that for what? You did all that for what? Who you tough with? You did all that for what? Like, come on, man. I can't believe this nigga Herb in the hall signing autographs. You should not be signing no autographs after your performance tonight, Herb. This man, Herb, the trade walked by Herb tonight. Herb signing autographs. Like, boy. Brandon say, bro, that's why I hate this team. Yeah, I felt like, man, I don't know. Somebody probably should have swung on dude right there. Refs, yeah, these refs were fucking awful. These refs, in that bunk ass call they called on Derek Queen. Derek Queen made an excellent defensive play. This 2 games in a row, Derek Queen got a terrible call, man. And on the other end, it was just rough. Sherwood, yeah, the refs totally bailed OKC out tonight. Fucking bogus. Yeah, look, Zion threw Dort to the ground. Dort didn't get up and do nothing. Now, you won't act tough with the rookie. Like, now, I don't know what was said, because Fizz could have said SMD, and that's why old boy Dort walked up to him. But until I know what happened, that was some buster shit. You won't walk in and be tough with the 19-year-old rookie. You won't be tough with the rookie. Be tough with that gorilla that'll strew your ass on the ground under that rim when you ain't do nothing. Be tough with him. Tough guy. Let me see. Who was that on? I think that was on Dort. Dort looked like he fouled Fears, honestly. And Fears, I don't know if Fears said something, but then Dort walked up to him and pushed him. Wayne Morgan, they traded for Ja would excite the fan base big time. Oh yeah, man. They need to go ahead and do it, bro. You need guard play, especially if you're gonna hate on Jordan Poole like this. Cause again, I'm not saying Jordan Poole is Michael Jordan or shit like that, but I'm saying the man don't deserve to be getting DNPs, especially giving him that motherfucking box score I just read off. You out your motherfucking mind, blood. All right, let's go to the box score. Let's check the numbers here, man. Let's check the numbers here. All right, let's check the numbers here. We're gonna do the individual numbers first. All right. Thank you to everybody in the building, man. Hit that like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, consider becoming a member. We definitely need a new coach. This coach is weak. He's trash. He's not good at all. This straight bum, biggity bunk, trash, ass, cheeks, booty, rump, buttocks, whatever, backside, peach, whatever you want to call it. But don't, apple bottom. He's terrible. Rectum. Asinine. I don't know. He's awful. He's awful, man. This can't go on. This can't go on. This is supposed to be a fun children's game, and this man just is terrible. This is the worst coach. This man's coach. Thank you, JKL. I appreciate you, fam. Appreciate you, bro. All right, so we got Sadiq Bey. Can y'all see? Y'all can see everything good? Oh my God, he said life on the line, Dyson and Herb Jones. Herb, I'm going to have to roll with you, my dog. I'm going to have to roll with you, Herb. I don't trust Dyson in an empty gym shooting no three. I don't trust Dyson shooting a beach ball into the ocean. But let's see. Yeah, Zach LaVine, like even Doug Christie had fucking Sabonis benched. He wasn't even playing Sabonis, really, and Sabonis still was getting run. Like, man, ain't no reason. If you're going to trade the man, just trade the man. Because it's bullshit at this point. If you're going to trade him, just trade him. Because it's bullshit at this point. But, yo, let's get to the box score. We got Sadiq Bey in the building. He 4 for 16 points. Gave you 13 rebounds. He shot 50% from beyond the arc. So, he was poor from the field. But from beyond the arc and the free throw line, he chipped in. And he gave you 13 points, 5 assists. I'm going to give Sadiq Bey C plus. I'm gonna give Sadiq Bey a B minus because he got 13 rebounds. That's what I'm gonna give him B minus, and he had 5 assists. I'm gonna give him B minus. I'm gonna give Zion. I kind of gotta give him an A, to be honest. I'm gonna give him an A. No A plus, no A minus, just a A, regular A. 8 for 11, incredible efficiency, made all his free throws, 11 rebounds, rebounded like a big dog, played some really good defense. Zion had at least 3 steals he didn't get credit for. Only 3 turnovers. Those 3 turnovers could have, well, at least 2 of them should have been shots, though. So he would have had 13 shots, if you think about it. But then, is that really anything? So I'm going to give him an A. Derek Queen, I'm going to give you an F, dog. You got to get an F, Derek. Trey, we don't even got to go through it. You got to get an F. Herb, you got an F. You know what? I'm going to give Herb a, how about to say a D plus? But nah, you go 1 for 9. You're getting the F. Derek Queen, 4 for 11 from the field. 1 free throw attempt. 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, 1 block, 9 points. That's an F. Trey, F. 3 for 20 from the field. 10 points. Oh my God, Trey. 15% from the field. 9%. I didn't know you could get 9% from the 3-point arc. 9%. You missed 2 free throws. 5 rebounds, 3 steals. That's solid, but that's enough. Herb, 3 for 12. Oh my God, 3 for 12. 1 for 9 from the field. This is what you call them people who this is a heretic. This is a motherfucking heretic stat line. This is nobody. 5 rebounds, 5 assists, which is cool. 9 points, which lines up with his average on the season. Carlo, didn't see much of him. I'm going to give Carlo an incomplete. Eve, I give Eve a B. Give Eve a solid B. So basically, Sadiq Bey got a C plus to a B. Zion got an A. I'm giving Eve Messi a B. Everybody else got an F. Everybody else got an F. Whoa, what's good, Yaya? What's good, Yaya? Everybody else got an F. I'm failing this whole motherfucking class. I'm gonna put the chains on the door like Mr. Clark. These test scores can't stand. These test scores can't stand. But your boy say you have rewritten our alma mater. Fair East Side. Like this is no. Fuck this. Fuck this. What they think this is? John Mack? Like what kind of test scores are these? What is this? Capdo? This is a reformatory school? No, man. Come on. Come on, man. Y'all remember when Ricky got shot on Boys in the Hood, and his mama was like, "Baby, Ricky, your test scores." I was like, Ricky, what? That nigga run like a 4.5 40. You ain't got to worry about his test scores at all. They gave him a A. Rags the Riches. Let me see. Hold up. Rags the Riches say the coaches get expelled. Oh, yeah. These coaches, they get jailed. They get fucking jailed. This is like that movie, The Principal. They got to get jailed. These motherfuckers suck. Ethan say, so glad I'm not an OKC fan. Oh, yeah. I can't watch that team every night neither. They really bunk. They really bunk. That's like losing your virginity, like, online. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really, like, I lost it. I mean, I scored, but, I mean, it was Skype, you know? Borrego has his spells. Yeah, Borrego sucks. He said OKC just lost to the Pacers. Yeah, this is a really bad loss for the Pelicans. I don't give a fuck what OKC record is or how good they are. You had an opportunity to win this game. Your guys just didn't show up tonight. The coach never shows up, so I don't even know what to say about him. Peace out, Shane. Appreciate you, bro. Say they want to start playing tough last minute of the game. Yeah. Man, you had 48 minutes to do all that pushing and shoving your soft ass. No, and what I don't like is nobody throw no punches. Shout out to Jose, because Jose at least knocked the motherfucker out. Yeah, I mean, he ain't knocked him out really, but that's what I'm saying. Beanie say, what's up, Cheddar? Any update on the trade info? Well, the last I heard as it pertains to Eve Mesie's not really happy with the org. Doesn't like the minutes distribution. Feels kind of feel played. Feel like he probably should be starting, if not getting a lot of minutes. Because keep in mind, Eve Mesie started a lot of games last year. I'm sure him not being named to the Rising Stars game probably didn't sit well with him also. On the trade front with Jordan Poole, you know, nothing concrete, but it looks like it just doesn't. It don't look good. Like him getting back-to-back DNPs, especially a game like this when you can't generate any offense and nobody's scoring. Like if we go to the box score, the Pelicans shot 25% from beyond the arc. I mean, fuck. Could Jordan Poole have went out there and been worse than Herb or Trey tonight? Like if we being real, no. OKC shot 34%. You got up 43-point attempts. You got your goal if you're the Pelicans. But again, if you're OKC, I want Herb Jones taking 9 threes. You fools, you fell right into my plan. Ha ha ha. Yeah, I wanted Herb Jones taking motherfucking 9 threes. Like, come on, man. Yeah, Jake is from California. Shout out to California, though. But yeah, Jake is a fucking, what would you call it? Jake is a fucking hack. Jake is a hack. All Jake does is steal. The New Orleans Pelicans will put together a 15-man roster this year. Hi, I'm Jake Madison, credential member of the media. Join here on the best show, Locked On. Well, that's the show. This show's sponsored by Lemonheads. Like, man, get the fuck out of here, you goofy son of a bitch. I hear that stupid shit. Dirty fuck. But creepy bastard. That's why people don't know. That's why I got fired. I got fired from Boo Crew. I'm stealing Built Bars. People, it's funny you said that, Brock. What do you know? Did they tell you that? I stole a couple boxes of Built Bars. I ain't think anyone would miss them. Teflon says Zion remembering how to rebound has changed things. Yeah, he got to be consistent with it, Teflon. He had, about 3 good rebounding games in a row. We got to be consistent with it. Oh, Mrs. Hunter, these referees were awful tonight. Short Brook, I agree with you, Short. Messi should be starting. He absolutely should be starting. I think it would at least help you on the boards to start the game. Give you somebody who could finish above the rim. Cause DQ, it just ain't working right now with DQ finishing above the rim. It's kind of tough. I really hope they go ahead and just bite the bullet and get John Morant, because worst case scenario, you can recoup a first round pick with some of the assets you got if it comes down to it. But And you still got all your other future picks. If you traded like a portion of the upcoming pick, you would still have a pick in 27, if I'm not mistaken. It's just a matter of, all right, if I trade for Ja, I'm hoping that my pick not gonna be bad, and I'm gonna just keep the Bucks portion of the pick. Like that's what I would want to do if that scenario is available to them. If that scenario is available to them. But yeah, OKC was bunk, man. OKC was bunk. Them dudes was bunk for that. Say DQ overrated. I don't know if he overrated necessarily. I do think people celebrated a little too early. But DQ is bad. I ain't gonna lie, man. He's really bad. That's why I almost rather have an athletic player with no skill than a guy with some skills but no athleticism. Because the ceiling is really concrete, man. And it's a very fine path that, DQ has to walk to be a really good a really good player. Squallow said you'll be promoting trades of Pals trash like the rest of the league is blind. That's what I don't like. For me, Squallow, I don't like when I be like, man, you got to trade. You might have to trade so you might have to trade Herb, or you might have to trade Jose. And people are like, no, you can't trade them. They're too good. And it's like, bruh, people want good players. People want solid fucking players. People don't want a motherfucker sitting at the end of the bench not getting no run. People want other talent. People not dumb like that. People want valuable contracts. That's why when I do the trades, I don't try to just throw a bunch of trash into the trades. Cause I'm thinking about it from the standpoint of another team. I'm like, yo, like, why would I take this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how I feel. Fist of Black Stars. No, I'm not taking Jackson Hayes over Queen, but I don't think I'm not taking Jackson Hayes over Queen. I absolutely say that, but I just think I would rather watch Derek Queen on another team. Like if you told me I could have signed Jock Lindale this offseason and just I get to watch Derek Queen when the fucking Jazz or whoever comes to town, I would have did that. Teflon said Dumars had to escort Fizz out the game. You know what? I feel like I thought Dort went out kind of bad right there because you're doing all that shit with Fizz. Again, do that with another veteran, sized up dude. Like you trying to punk the rookie. I thought that was kind of weak personally. B. Penn said if we trade for Jai, we're back another season like last year. Jai and Zion missing a combined 120 games. Well, I'll say this, B. Penton. If Jai played a lot of games, he wouldn't be available. That's really that's the quid pro quo. That's one hand washing the other. Like, hey, I want to get rid of this guy. All right, he's the only thing we can get in this market. Give him to me. That's really what it is. It depends on the probability that we sign another front office executive. I think it's about 75%. I don't think Joe understands how bad Weaver was as GM. Generally speaking, aside from the trade, Troy ain't really do nothing bad. You got a second round pick. You got CJ's contract. You got Jordan Poole's contract, which is basically CJ's contract is all season. You got Kevon Looney as an $8 million expiring. I think the reality is the Pelicans inherited a ton of shit. It's like, when I say shit, I mean it in a literal sense. Not a ton of stuff, a ton of shit, a ton of turds, defecation, poop, doo-doo, right? You got a first round pick who's the 14th pick that's unplayable. You got, to me, one of the worst moves they did after that Queen thing was give Herb that extension. Because you got a guy that you gave this extension to. I don't think Herb is no $15 million player right now, personally. I think you can get 3 Micah Peavies, and they the same thing as Herb right now, in my opinion. And 3 Micah Peavies will cost you about $8 million, if that. So I don't think, and I don't say it to be disrespectful. I'm just saying that's the reality of the NBA. Because if you look at, looking at the box score, Isaiah Joe 5 for 10, averages 9 points on the season. Shea didn't even make any threes. Lou Dort 4 for 9, gave 12, 8 and 3. You know what I'm saying? And a motherfucker tried to argue me down. I was like, Dog, I like, come on. You don't pay guys like that no more. Like, you don't pay the Herb Joneses. You just be like, oh, okay, that's cool. Then you move off of them. That's why the Bulls didn't give Alex Caruso an extension. Only way you pay people like that is if you about to you think you about to contend and you like, all right, this is my missing piece. I'm gonna pay him, and we gonna win the ring, and then I'll regret it later. But that's why Indiana ain't want to pay Miles Turner. They're like, well, we not about to win this year. Why would we start that timeline now? Why would we start that tax now? Like, fuck that. My bad. Like, fuck that. Squallow say, nah, you say the worst thing is picking up Jordan Hawkins' option. I disagree. The reason I say that is because let's say Jordan Hawkins was a free agent, right? Let's say if you the Pelicans, what $7 million really gonna get you? Like, nobody come and sign with the Pelicans, to be honest. Like, not as free agents. So I don't really think $7 million really buy you anything. You can say that it'll buy you $7 million away from being a tax, but I think you pick up the Jordan Hawkins option the same reason you probably give a person like Kuminga a 1-and-1 with a team option, because if you the Pelicans or if you like the Warriors, you only have so many avenues to acquire talent. With the Pelicans, they never going to be a free agent destination. So you need mid-level contracts you can trade, like $7 million, $8 million. If you could package those with bigger deals, you can trade them. Like, that's why the Pelicans traded, like, let's say Larry Nance or Dyson, because they didn't have a ton of contracts they could put together and trade. Right now, they hands kind of tied a little bit because most of these motherfuckers making $30 million, and it's hard to move that in season. See, Breeze, that's why the Lakers say they need to trade Reeves, cost outweigh true value. Yeah, it's like, if you don't think Reeves is a bona fide number two, if you don't think he can be a number two, you can't give him $35-40 million, because who the fuck you about to go get to be number two? And you don't have a lot of, like, you're not about to trade LeBron and get anything. You're going to be signing a bunch of, like, type players until you can package them and trade for a third star. And that might be what they end up ultimately trying to do. But, I don't think they should trade him for Jaren Jackson Jr., though. But, because still, it'll be tough. I think they should trade Austin Reeves to the Pelicans. Honestly, for Herb Jones, I'll do that deal today. Because, again, it's the Pelicans. And I wouldn't want to pay Austin Reeves, but I do think Austin Reeves is a pretty solid player. Hold up, my bad. Yeah, Brock, it's just tradable salary. B. Penn say just feel like Weaver looks over Motor, Pride, Poole, and Queen number one offseason to win so far with Dumas was preaching. Well, with the Poole thing also, again, with the Pelicans, you have to take on distressed assets and hope you can recoup some value from those assets and maybe what's the word I'm looking for? Refurbish that asset and then trade it. Kind of like with CJ. CJ was a $30 million expiring. Now, when CJ had 2 years left on this deal, no one wanted CJ. When CJ wasn't expiring, a few people wanted him. Only people that really wanted him, though, is people that had bad contracts. That's why you was able to trade CJ again for Trae Young. But you couldn't have traded CJ for Trae Young this offseason, because you would have had to trade CJ for another bad contract if you didn't want to give up a first. I can't really think of another bad contract. Maybe you could have traded CJ for like Terry Rozier or some shit this offseason, but there wasn't a lot of options to trade CJ for this offseason. That, like, basically Trae Young's value had gotten to the point where it was so low, Atlanta just was like, we ready to move on. You got to give him away. That's why I think the Pelicans should really look at Sabonis. Should really look at probably getting Sabonis, because Sabonis' contract is bad. Sailor Jack said, Cheddar, can Hawk really shoot? Nah. Sailor Jack, here's the crazy thing. Hawk couldn't really shoot in college neither, bro. Hawk couldn't even shoot in college. That's why I was like, me and Chris, immediately after they made that pick, we was like, why they do that? Because if he a shooter and his numbers in college ain't that good, when he can't shoot, how is he going to be, like, what is he going to contribute? Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. But, yo, I appreciate everybody in the building, man. Hit that like button. subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Hit the bell notification, consider becoming a member. You know what I'm saying? We go up every Friday. We starting to do the live show. Brock, you say what would the Sabonis trade look like? Well, shit, we can run through that. We'll go through that real quick, and I'll exit out. I got this barbecue chicken waiting. All right. So let's say, can y'all see? Y'all let me know if y'all can see. Can y'all see? So let's say if it was just like Pelicans Sabonis, you could be like, all right, look, I'm gonna get the Kings, Jordan Poole, Kevon Looney, because they got Renard right now. They got Renard right now in Sacramento, and Renard fucking balling. So that's $30 million. Let's say maybe I'll throw in something else, like this hypothetically speaking. But let's say you got Jordan Poole, Kevon Looney, and maybe a protected first. Let's just say a protected first, whatever year. Let's just say 28. 28 lottery protected first, right? And if you're going to do this, you might as well go get Ja too. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to do this, you might as well go get another point guard or something that can shoot. Because if you're giving up a protected first for Sabonis, I mean, he probably more worth it than Ja because he actually plays. But anyway, and you just take back Sabonis, right? You just take back Sabonis in this deal, this particular deal. If you want, you could add Hawkins to it. I don't know where the Kings' money at, but let's just say hypothetically you added Hawkins. Because the Kings shouldn't be in the penalty. Yeah, that'll work. If you're the Pelicans, you still got tax space. The Kings still got tax space. Neither team. Yeah, I wanted Renard too, RJ. I wanted Renard, or I wanted the dude from Arkansas that went to the Lakers. So the Kings probably have to waive a couple guys. So the Pelicans got to pick up one. So maybe you find a third team to take on Hawkins, or you just don't send them Hawkins at all, and like you just do a second deal to clear some cap space to get under the tax. But it would be something like similar to this realm right here. Like if you're the Kings, maybe you send them another minimum guy. What's the guy? The light skinned dude over there that look like Jose. Maybe you send them. The Kings send them. This guy. I forgot his name. The light skinned dude look like Jose. Yeah, look, the best player is not athletic, but Sabonis can rebound. That's the thing. So, and if you're the Pelicans, if you can end possessions with rebounding, that would help them like a great deal. A great deal. Yeah, so let's say you just send them like Eubanks or some shit, a minimum contract. And, you could do something like that. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Devin Carter. That's homie name. Devin Carter. Yeah, so this would work. And they'll just waive a guy. You take back Eubanks. Whatever. They might end up waiving Westbrook anyway and letting Westbrook probably go play for a playoff team. See, I heard Dort yoke Fears up in front of Zion. Donnell, that's not exactly what happened. But it ain't too far from what happened. I wouldn't say it was in front of nobody. They had like a one-on-one back and forth. And, Dort kind of bullied Fears a little bit. Fears didn't really back down, but he didn't engage. Zion was one of the people trying to like break it up, you know what I'm saying? But what I also heard when Dort was under that rim with Zion, and Zion threw Dort on the ground and stood over him and talked about him bad, Dort was slow to get up. Dort didn't want no smoke. But they didn't pass Zion the ball right there. Michael Peavy ended up getting the shot clock violation. Story about fucking lives. But yo, that's been today's show. I appreciate all y'all rocking with me. We got to lift this Ja Morant trade in prayer. Ja Morant and Domantis Sabonis, we got to lift this trade in prayer. You know what I'm saying? Num Yahum Rangekio. We pray to whatever God you serve. Well, we need to get this done. ASAP Rocky. But that's been today's show. Y'all be cool. Much love. I'm going to catch y'all for the next game. Be safe.